Yo! Welcome back to another episode of Ender TV. It's your host. Who am I again? Oh yeah, I'm Ender. Lol. I got some packs to open. You can buy your Enderwear at your local Dollar Tree. Am I sure I'm Ender? I don't know. We got a box. What about the Dollar General? Well, talk to me about Dollar General. I got this, I picked this up today as a little celebration gift for myself for winning regionals. I think we'll do half the box now and then half towards the end. But basically, if you do well at like a regional event, you get a booster box. And I found someone who did really well at the Toronto regionals, and they got a booster box, but the judges there didn't give them a sealed box. They like, you know, ripped the plastic out. And people have a tough time selling an entire box when the packs are already, you know, they're rippable, because people like to hold sealed boxes, which, you know, I have my fair share of as well. I like sealed boxes, but I also like the occasional pack rips. And this is the set that has the Latias in it, which I've been trying to get. I've opened a lot. I've opened close to 100 packs of this set. I don't even think we've hit a single SIR. So let's try to find it. What's up, Joey? Can I edge you with a pack? Staring at the pile of Ascended Heroes and ETBs. That's 5 ETBs, 2 Zard UPCs, 3 Prismatic SPCs, Pokemon Center, Pokemon Center, Pokemon Center, Pokemon Center. I have a good amount. Field box is having shrink wrap? Yes. These packs, I better not have gotten scammed. That pack opened a little weird. Hold on. The lighting, I don't have good lighting on. Let me fix that. That up. Should be better. Need some good lighting. Oh. Dollar Tree fake cards. Oh no. There we go. Little flashbang. Much better. Okay. Focus up. I want my camera focus. Look at the Diglett. My camera needs to lock in. Lock into the Diglett. Diglett use haze? It doesn't seem like it's locked in. You have to say, Diglett, I choose you. Volcarona, I choose you. How am I supposed to do the thing, you know? Make it's the camera. Maybe it's the camera settings. It should just be autofocus. Maybe my camera just sucks, man. I don't know. Get really close to the camera. I don't know, it just won't do it. All right, we gotta Google this. Camera won't focus OBS. To fix a camera that won't focus in OBS, disable autofocus in the camera's properties, which allows you to manually adjust the focus slider. Right-click your camera source, select Properties, Configure Video, Camera Control, and uncheck autofocus. Properties. Configure video. Configure video. Camera control. Uncheck. Okay, we unchecked autofocus. Now how is it? But we want autofocus. Properties, configure video, camera control. Oh wait, hold on. I'm doing the slider. Wait, I think I fixed it. Oh, I manually focused. All right, Togepi, Blitzel, Meddling Memo, Licia's Appeal. Oh! First pack magic? Oh my god, it's one of my favorite cards. I mean, I've pulled this before, but this is literally one of my favorite cards. It's from one of my favorite artists, Usagi Man. And he's doing the 6-7. Look at him. Papa's underrated? He is. What a nice little guy. Where are my sleeves at? First pack, too? Who up clobbing their what? Can you finish a sentence? Who up clobbing their what? Beautiful card. Okay. Pack number 2. He's not doing the 6-7, he is. Banpy, Dunfisk, Shellos, Dedenne, Licia's Appeal, Magneton. Oh, it's the Water Bull. This guy I wanted to play in VGC. Oh, Mousehold. I love this Mousehold. Cool, I didn't have this in a reverse. Victini. Right, I'll go. Who up clobbing their Kebia berry? Can you explain the reference there? Yamask, Quaxley, Larvesta, Mankey, Water Bull, CD Machine, Ninetales, Watchroll, Bronzong, Togekiss. What does Water Tauros bring anyway? I don't know for sure. My guess is that it has Intimidate, which is obviously always good. It has Stab Aqua Jet, which is good. And fighting type stab, like close combat probably, which is good. And it has really good typing into stuff, right? Ooh, this Meryl card is so cute. Oh, this is a playable one? Enriching energy. As long as it's attached, it provides 1 energy. When you attach this card from your hand to a Pokemon, draw 4 cards. That can't be bad, right? But you can only have one of them in your deck, so maybe it's not that good. You have that? Is it good? Excadrill, Genpao. No? Oh, okay. Like a budget or Shifu Rapid Strike with Intimidate? I mean, it doesn't seem too bad, right? I think water fighting doesn't seem like it's that bad typing. You can switch into Basque Legion hits. Switch into Sneasler hits. You have Intimidate. Oh, this Sharkadet card looks so cool. I've never seen this card art before. But that's actually so cool. And what do we have behind? Pikachu! It's Pikachu! It's not the butt Pikachu. You know there's a butt Pikachu in this set? Not Pika butt, but a butt Pika. Still cool though. Save that Sharkaday, I put it aside, yeah. You do not miss the Terra cards? I like some of them, but some of them are pretty ugly, yeah. Grappalocked, Dino, Razna. Ooh, this Esper is cute. I've seen it a lot though, but it's cute. Passimian, cool. Colberberry. Oh, this makes it so that dark type attacks do less damage. I learned that from Champions. Rufflet. Turnitus. Capulele. Free draw 4 is bad. I don't know if it's actually bad, but you can only have 1 ace spec in your deck, right? So it might be like opportunity cost bad. Like there might just be ones that are better or more like gameplay specific. Oh, cute Klefki. Cute Fuecoco. Lamora's not cute. Snorlax. Walrein. Armarouge. Ashoberry. That's the water one. I know that from Champions. Gimmighoul. Chill teaser toy. Hey, yo! What the? You can only use this card if you go second and only during your first turn. Put an energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon into their hand. It's like for cats. Ooh! Black Kyurem EX. Full art. A full art. I love full arts. People are not fans of full arts, mostly because they're usually pretty cheap. But I absolutely love full arts. The way that they look in a binder when you have a lot of them together is so cool. Like, yeah, if we look up the price for this, it's probably like less than a $5 card. But it's still one of my favorites. Okay. Was it only 5? People just don't collect full arts like that. The only full arts that are worth stuff are like the ones that are omega popular, like Zard, Pika, Slackoff. Ooh, I love this Morlul art. Miraidon, Drayton. Drayton's a city in Ohio, by the way. Drayton, Ohio. I've been there before. Cetidon. Babiri Berry. That's the steel one. Togekiss. Drayton or Drayton? That's what I said. Drayton, Ohio. You only collect PSA 10 full arts? That's cool. Wait, are there 2 different Sharkadets in this set? There are. I guess one of them becomes an Armarouge, the other becomes a Ceruledge. Interesting. Smoochum. Skarmory. Oh, this Tandem Mouse. One of my favorites. It's one of the only other Usagi Men cards. I would like to get this in a reverse. That's in like really good. Oh, we hit it. Nice. Coyote. Oh, and a Latias EX. Not the one that we're looking for, but hey, we take those. How's the centering on the reverse mouse? Not good. That's okay. I think this Latias EX though is worth more than the full arts, like the full Arcurum, because apparently this is really playable. People play this in their decks. Skyliner, your basic Pokemon in play have no retreat cost. I mean, that seems OP. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't. I mean, its ability just seems OP, you know? Your basic Pokemon just get to retreat for free. You just put it down, and now you have everyone on your team has a freaking free retreat. Based on how Pocket works, I feel like I can already tell that'd be good. Good luck on opening. Thank you. I already have that in my binder though, like for my Latias collection. We're looking for the SIR version. Wattrel. I used this guy in Scarlet Violet when it first came out. I love that bird. Pasho Berry, that's the water one. Does this set just have all the resist berries? Cute Azumarill. Terapagos. Oriporio. Palkia. Moombathon, yeah, true, it is like Moombathon, but for basics. And Moombathon was good, right? So... okay, we're doing okay so far. One full art, one illustration rare, 2 EXs. We're like around average-ish. Ooh, Phoebus. Oh, there's a really nice Milotic SIR in this. That matches with this Phoebus. Super cool. Gotta get that fish wife through. Not a bad hit though. Really cool. Now I want the Milotic to go with it. I mean, I like a lot of the SIRs in this set. Milotic, Pikachu, and Latias. Wait, I think I hit the Archaludon SIR in this back in London. The Archaludon SIR is like one of the worst ones because it literally looks like a full art. But it's fine. Duraludon, Annihilate, Gravity Mountain, Alolan Dugtrio, Shellos, Applin. That's a Yukamori apple. You can tell it's a Yukamori card because it's like the clay figure of it. Did Alex give me a team to use? No. I think if I asked him for one, he would give me one. But he said to use whatever team I want to use, and then we'll go off of that. We could ask him for one too. Ask him for his opinion on a team. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs left. Basically a booster bundle left. And then we still have another 18, but we'll do that later. I want to savor the packs, you know? I want to edge them. Phoebus, Rockalure, Pandamouse, Spupa, Executor, Mousehold, Bundle, Oriporio. This Appleton looks schizo. This Appleton is what I imagine most of you in the chat look like. This actually just reminds me of all of you, collectively. Oh, actually no, that's what reminds me of all of you collectively. Alolan Executor, full EX. I like the team you've been running. Wait, which one? The one you're talking about with the one from last night or the Worm Fox? Can you not dox me like that? My fault, G. I've been told I look like an Appleton before. So, yeah, why am I in VGC Pastes, by the way? I ain't that guy. Celio. Clavopus, cool. Heliolisk. Citadel, cute. Lowland Trio. Tauros. Uxie. Klefki. Oh, Milotic EX. It's Fishwife. Not the SIR, but still cool. Cool card. So sparkly. Okay. Give me a big hit. I'm four packs. Do not the card, Ender. Do not what the card. Should we life do it? Sizzlipede, Yamask, Eevee, Execute, Tauros, Deduction Kit, Primeape, Gastrodon. 3 packs, 3 packs. Glimmet, Magnemite, Fancier, Oranguru, Deduction Kit, Altaria, Braviary, Walrein, Gravity Mountain, Tapu Koko. Fun fact, I did a Pokemon personality quiz that gives you like what type you would be. It said I'd be Fairy Electric, which is what Tapu Koko is. Is the Tapu Koko SIR from this set? I have that. That card is beautiful. That card is beautiful. Also Dedenne, yeah, but it said Tapu Koko specifically. The link to the quiz? I don't know, just Google it. I found it on Reddit. Cute cast form. Mesprit, Scatterbug, Doom, Braviary, Babiri Berry. That's the steel one, by the way. Charcadet, Rabska. All right, last pack of our half booster box. Thought you were Eldegoss? True. Vulpix, Swablu, Sandygast, Zweilous, Babiri Bear, that's the steel one. Mousehold, Prayaga. Ooh! Clamont's Quick White. A full art trainer. Cool. Oh, this is a special illustration rare, right? Trainer. I mean, it looks like it's not playable at all, but it looks cool, to be honest. I used to get tilted pulling the trainers, but I don't anymore. Because I realized when you look at them together, they look cool. Like when you have a binder page with just all trainers together, it actually looks cool. Okay, so out of 18 packs, we pulled 1, 2, 3, 4 basic EXs. 4 basic EXs, 1 full art, 2 illustration rares, 1 special illustration rare trainer. Not a bad haul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. That's very good, actually. You want Pokemon cards, not human cards? I think I used to feel that way too. I would prefer, obviously, a Pokemon card, but I still like it. Jackpot. Not bad. Okay. Got Phoebus and Milotic. True, that is kind of cool. UCS winning VOD review? VOD review of the regional games? I don't think they're that interesting, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like both teams played pretty passively in most of the games. In our regional games, like we kind of, I want to say like most of the games our lanes were winning. We got a good lead in the mid game. We went to go make a play, maybe it didn't go too well. The lead kind of stabilized, and then we kind of just danced at Ray until one side won. Like, I don't think the games were that interesting. Me and Zealot had a really good lane in game 5 though. I actually messaged Zealot after the game. I was like, good shit, bro. We won every single piece of farm on our side and their side. In a lane that isn't particularly too easy to win all the farm in. Sound boring but you're nervous? Honestly, this tourney might have been the one that I was the most relaxed for, like not even close. Like, I think no one on the team was like stressed about it. Obviously we all wanted to win, but knowing that we already had worlds qualified, we were all pretty like, we were all just full vibes. Like, I don't think I wanted to play 2 games of slow bro, but that's what was asked of me and I was like, ah, I'll do it, whatever. The slow bro build I like to play wasn't good in those games, so it wasn't as fun for me. I like being TK Bell, but they didn't look like good telekinesis games. Okay, we got to get some games in so we can have some VODs to review for coaching. I mean, from them, yeah, I wasn't particularly like stoked to be bro. But that's okay. Sometimes you gotta do what's called on you. Okay, let's try to get some games with the good tourney team, but then some games with our own team that we made. Is it still intact? Yeah, it looks like it's still intact, right? Yeah. Okay, let's go with this one for now. Okay. Okay, so we're looking at the other team. It looks like it's Mega Guardy. Mega Guardy. His speed control is in the form of his Talon. So am I able to just do our standard lead? Talon would be a little annoying, but we have fake out for turn 1. And beyond that, we just kind of play the game, I think. What else do we need to handle the Gardevoir? Or the pieces around the Gardevoir? I mean, Basculegion seems solid, obviously. How are we dealing with the Garchomp, who could pose an issue? Who's a problem for our Frostlass? AG, right? How are we gonna deal with AG? Gambit, probably? Or we can burn it with Milotic. Honestly, it seems like it might be hard for him to take Milotic down. Let's bring Milotic. This says Rotom, right? I guess. Try to build your own weird team the other day, but it sucked. It's just gonna be a part of life, right? Ender, help. I just stabbed my thumb with the fork trying to poke holes in a sweet potato to put in the air fryer. Why would you do that, Joey? Don't do that. Okay. Aegis, I guess the Aegis slash lead was something that was going to be annoying, right? I can fake out the Rotom. Do I want to protect to try to get him out of sword form or just set up Veil? I mean, we should be faster, right? I mean, we definitely are faster. We can just set up Veil and be in snow and fake out here. It could be Scarf Rotom, but it could be Scarf Chomp, so it's hard to tell. But we get to fake it out anyway. Okay, so it's not Scarfed. If I considered laddering to Master Ball singles? Nah, I have zero interest in playing singles. Like, literally zero. I would play singles maybe if it was 6v6 showdown rules, but this format of singles seems so uninteresting to me, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, Shadow Ball's my guy here. So we can comfortably get our Veil up. Don't want to get burned from a Willow. You could Volt Switch off my Sneasler spot. Would be a little annoying. We outspeed. Doesn't have a switch into Shadow Ball other than T-Tar, which he could want to switch into, period, right? Am I crazy for wanting to CC in this spot? I feel like, and maybe this is a bad play, but this is what my gut says to do. Okay, it was a bad play. But okay, watch this though. I get the attack drop from punching into him, or do I? Yeah, I think I do get, so now I get the speed bonus, but I think I should have punched the Rotom instead of the AG spot. Because I also didn't want to get burned, which is the other thing I was saying. Yeah, so what I did was redacted. But at least my guy's fast now. Can I punch this spot now? Now he's too scared to swap, so I'm gonna punch that spot. Now he's like, this guy's schizo, I don't know what to do. That's good damage. Oh, and a drop. Is he gonna come back into sword form? We tank a Poltergeist or something. Oh, Shadow Ball, right? That's kind of worse for us. It does a lot more damage to us if it's special, huh? Because we get the bonus defense. This is kind of cooked, I feel like. Yeah, we kind of fried this game already. We have no damage moves into AG. I feel like this guy's just gonna protect, right? I mean, if it protects, then I get to swap something in off his no protect. Okay, did he sneak? No, he didn't sneak. Okay. He double protected. My guy dies for burn, I get to swap something in, and he has no double protect. This guy's not in jet range though, so Last turn of snow. Okay, I can bring in the fish. He sneaks my... Wait, he's probably not sneak, right? Because he's special attack. He might not be sneak because he's special attack. Yeah, he's not sneak. Okay. Last Respect should maybe kill here. 100 base power. Nah. Too tanky. And we're sashed, so... Oh, we're tanky too. No. Not the T-Bolt para. Talon Flame. He's faster, he has priority, Gale Wings. That thing's not in jet range. Seems cooked after this para. Okay, well at least he loses his Gale Wings priority. I did nothing. Alright, can my Lodic do this? I don't think so. 1v3. Yeah, I think my early game was just too bad. It lived. We also brought 2 guys weak to Rotom, right? That can't be good. This we can't win this. I just did something that was stupid and for fun, right? Like I close combated an AG spot thinking I would get a C-Tar. I don't even know if you brought T-Tar. I'm just being redacted. This is the team I've had the least success with though. And it's the team that has the highest result. I might actually be dumb. I mean, I've had better success picking up people's teams with other teams. Like, I just mean relatively speaking, you know? Like, of all the teams I've copied, this is the team that I copied that I've done the worst with, that also happens to have the best results. Okay, I think we want to bring Milotic. This is a game where I can be double water. I mean, I guess this Solar Beam is a little annoying, right? But I think I definitely want to have some play into Incen. Dragonite seems okay, right? I can resist a lot of stuff and it gives me a way to answer the Chomp as well. and my own Tailwind. Let's try that. I don't think that's a game I'd want to review though. I clicked close combat into a ghost type. Like, I tried to be him for fun. Okay, so this guy, he leads double ghost. Immediately, I'm like, why did I not bring my dark type into... Why did I not bring a Basque Legion answer? Why did I bring Sneasler to this battle? Sneasler looks horrendous here. How am I actually meant to hit these guys? Hello? His Gengar outspeeds and his Basque Legion might be scarfed. Am I about to get shadow tagged? Okay, so he jetted. We don't know. Yeah, this seems already cooked. What does my Sneasler do here? Well, nothing into those guys, obviously. You'll be lucky to become a little grunt, little pup. Hey, man. You're being a little too mean, okay? I don't like it. Okay. The Icy Winded. My Dragonite lived, and now I get a boost. Okay, it's playable. Holy, that actually does so much. Also bringing D-Knight in, who has E-Speed into double ghost. Oh, like, I just need to bring King Gambit. Why did I not bring King Gambit? I don't actually know. Dragon Claw is disabled. I literally don't have a damaging ability to click. Not the poison. I lash out because I need attention and validation. It's okay. Okay, I get a speed drop on his guy. No idea if he's scarfed yet. You just click chat 3 times, right? He's lefties. Oh, that answered our question. I got rid of the guy that was faster than me. So that's good. Gengar's been handled. Zard. This poison's kind of annoying because I was hoping to just have my competitive guy scaled up here. But I think we might have to leave. Low-key want to go for a singular Scald. I mean, I think he protects. If we both protect, I kind of want have my Sneasler coming in, right? And if he click Solar Beam on that spot. That's also fine. Okay, he mega'd. Alright, so I delayed my mega for a turn. Okay, he did Solar Beam. We eat that. Try to last respects me, okay. Fake out Blizzard, fake out Shadow Ball. Fake out Veil. Fake out Veil, he swaps out. Like, get a Veil up. Could protect and then try to swap. No idea what he has in the back. Gonna click Veil, I guess. I don't know how valuable Veil is gonna be this late in the game. He didn't leave. Also didn't protect. We did fake. Oh, he did protect. Okay. Our process. It's our Veil. I did so much damage. What the hell, man? A Shadow Ball is Basket Legion and he protects and clicks Heat Wave. Don't I just lose? I think I've just lost. I think I've lost. Zard is faster than my Sneasler. Yeah, I think this game I just didn't bring the right mons. This is a bigger problem. I mean, we just have to bring King Gambit for the Basket Legion, right? Otherwise, my Frost Lasses has too much danger. It's just that, right? Especially because he has Gengar as well. I was scared to bring King Gambit because he has Zard, but we can't be that afraid. He did have Zard. I don't know why I didn't bring King Gambit. I don't know why I just can't get the hang of this team though. It's because like all the mons are so OP, like I can't discern which one not to bring. Okay, this game is 2 psychic types and a flying type. Maybe my Sneasler isn't actually that good. I think we want King Gambit, but it's King. I mean, we want it because he has a Basket Legion, period, right? Try D-Knight in the lead. Doesn't have a great way to kill D-Knight. King Gambit in the back. And then could go Basket Legion, but he has a lot to counter it. right? Slower than his Delphox. It gives us some priority, but priority into Serena could be tough. Serena walls these two. Sneasler does hit the Serena. We might need to get rid of for the Gambit to actually do stuff. Who else does it hit, though? It doesn't really hit anything else. I'll bring Brasky Legion, but I don't really know what I'm doing. Okay. Delphox faster than my Frostus and threatens it. Does a lot of damage to me, in fact. Can't click E-speeds, obviously. Can throw in a D-claw there. I resist into this. Could be my Basket Legion. Does he have weather? Doesn't have weather, so maybe I Mega Evolve and Protect. See if I can get a D-claw hit. He's definitely faster. And he protects. We both protect. So he got to switch out for free this turn, basically. Look like Dragon Claw here again. He can either Heat Wave or Psychic, basically, right? If it's Heat Wave, I don't want to bring in this. If it's Psychic, I don't want to bring in this. So already, I think I've left myself without a good swap. But on this team, it would just be Milotic. But Milotic, I guess, would be nice to switch into right now. So over the Basket Legion, had I brought Milotic, I would have a swap. But now I'm kind of gambling. I feel like he's more likely to click Heat Wave because he also wants to inadvertently break Multiscale. And we should live a Psychic anyway when we're Sash, so. Click Gravity. I have no idea what this is gonna do. But now his guy can get hit by ground. He has Hypnosis. Okay, man, whatever, bro. Seems so fried. Well, and just hope that we wake up, I guess. He's just putting me to sleep. Expanding Force. Does DD get Gravity? I don't know, but I woke up. Okay. Well, the train isn't down, right? So I can E-speed. You could bring in the Serena, I suppose, but I mean, if he does that, right? Does it have Prankster terrain? Is that a thing? Surely that's not a thing, right? And if it is, we should just be faster. Okay, nice. Oh yeah, E-speed's +2. Nice, okay. I mean, I got lucky with the wakes here. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't click the train the last turn. He really wanted to break multi-scale. But I was cooked this game otherwise, right? With how the start happened. I don't really know how or what I was meant to do to not put myself in the spot. I feel like it looked super doomed. I think we want the snow to end and then try to switch in. If he axled instead of drop or grass moved, then I mean, it's life, I guess. Okay. And go back and get our snow back up here. Team has a good matchup into mine. Yeah, but a better player would have just smashed this guy, man. Okay, we did Axel. It's okay though. The thing's in blizzard range, right? So how much is this? Oh, the gravity's normaled. Okay, we have the fastest blizzard in the west here. I don't think he has a great swap into this, so. But I feel like if we didn't get lucky, we would have got smashed. Maybe Delphox is just that much better into us, though. It's faster and it hits me for... I mean, I just have to have something better in the back that can switch into a Delphox hit. But the fact that it was just gravity hypnosis, I don't really know what my counterplay was going to be. We just double ghost move, right? This guy had no idea what he was doing. Yeah, but I'm trying to think, like, if he did have any idea what he was doing, what was I doing? His fish is faster. Okay. Well, GG, I guess. Maybe we can show this game. I don't know. I think immediately one thing that comes to mind is my low deck. I should have brought. The Dragonite seemed good. Maybe the Dragonite should just be in the lead. What did I lead? I think I did lead it. It just got put to sleep. We double protected. He swapped. I clawed, he protected, I protected. He swapped into a guy with Prankster Gravity. Clicked Prankster Gravity and then Hypnosis me because he was faster. And then I swapped. And then both my guys were gonna go to sleep, so... And I didn't have a one-shot on the guy. I mean, is it just OP? It can't just be OP, right? Maybe I can't lead Frostlass is the problem. Okay, so he has Gengar. So we definitely want to bring Gambit, right? That much I didn't realize. I know. We want to bring the Gambit. I don't know if it's in the front or in the back, but we want to... He's coming to the party. Maybe it's Frostlass can Gambit. And then... I want D-Knight, I think, something that can tank Rotom hits. Sneasler looks a little tough to use. You just bring our Basket Legion out of the carry at the end. Or you can bring Milotic. Basket Legion gives us something to switch into close combat, right? Aerodactyl Gengar. Okay. So I think I can just comfortably click Blizzard. This guy Shadow Balls me. I can Sucker Punch that swap. His Aerodactyl is going to be faster. Am I just dead though? Am I meant to protect? Maybe I'm meant to protect. And then just click Kowtow. We start there. Okay, so it's Mega Gengar. Tag Team Tuesday tomorrow? Hell yeah. Frostlass and Man, exactly. We might... Frostlass might have to be Lady 3. We might need to name Frostlass Lady 3. I don't think I have a good name for it. But he didn't protect. Rock Slide. Okay. If they're named Lady, all named Lady, that means you can't come up with names for women. Oh, sorry. I got flinched. That's pretty bad, right? And now it's lagging out. So Shadow Ball onto my Frostlass spot. My only swap is D-Knight, but once I swap to D-Knight, we're locked. I think I live a Shadow Ball, but it'll be ugly. If I get flinched again, I think it's cooked. I don't know how to handle the guys that are faster than me that hit me for super effective. That tells me to swap and click Kowtow. Okay, he swapped. Gets another Rock Slide off. That's like okay-ish damage. Can punch. The gambit spot. I'm down to bring the Frostlass back in and protecting places to punch there. We should go for the fake out. We dodged a rock slide. Okay, not bad. Now I can pretty safely click Blizzard and swap in one of these on the punch. It's probably like more rock slides, right? Like, do we want to lose our sash yet? Especially on, if it's a Gengar switch in on the Blizzard here. He didn't switch. My Dragonite took a lot from that rock slide. What the hell? So, was just close combat. But for him to close combat, I mean, it's gonna take a good amount from Blizzard, right? And if it's not dead, it should at least be in I flinched. Okay, well. Sneasler doesn't really threaten us. Sneasler could protect or swap to Gengar. The Aerodactyl's the one that leaves for Rotom. Did he double swap? Oh, okay, he protected. Back to holding King's Rock or what? I think they don't stack the flinch rate, but he's been doing good on the flinches. Okay, decent damage on the Rotom. Our snow is over. Rotom could be scarfed. I think maybe we preserve our fish for a little bit longer. The sash could be pretty important, right? Dire Claw, don't hit me. He poisons on the Dire Claw. That's tough. The Rotom's not scarfed. It lives that. Now my King Gambit is Wisp. Right, this is a game I think I want to review because I mean obviously bad stuff happened to me, but surely there's got like maybe this is like one someone could help find an out on, right? Goes for a last second claw and maybe I can pick him off with Sucker. If I'm doing this, I should attack with my Frostlass on the other spot. That's a mistake, right? Because if This Rotom just hits my Gambit here for free. I guess there's no reason for him not to do this. I Shadow Ball and I Sucker that spot, right? Because it either has to swap or delete or hit. If it hits, I get the Sucker. If it swaps, I'm faster than the Rotom and I Shadow Ball. And then I would punch the Rotom, but the Rotom would just be protecting here. The Rotom or the guy did leave. The Sucker fails, but at least I Shadow Balled something. The poison actually cooked me, huh? I didn't get Dire Clawed there. Rotom protecting. Rotom's the one that does the most damage to my fish here, right? He could just double protect and let my guy die to burn. The possibility is Aerodactyl doesn't have protect because it's wide guard. But it could just be clicking Tailwind to solidify the game. He didn't protect. It did just click Rock Slide. I mean, I would have got a Sucker Punch, I guess, off. He's trying to wisp my guy. I mean, if I get wisp, we lose, right? Now he clicks Tailwind. Now his Rotom will go first. Oh, but he missed the wisp, okay. It might be doable. Crit didn't matter. He needs to miss. He needs to miss, right? His Aerodactyl's damage ability needs to miss here. Because they both outspeed. Or maybe I meant to jet. No, I was supposed to jet. No. But I just get to it knocked out by Gengar, right? Maybe I meant to protect, then jet. And maybe break the Tailwind turns. 3 turns of Tailwind. Wait, just click disable. Protect, jet. Get hit, protect, last respects. And I'd still be slower though. I mean, jet in particular would have worked there. But if you just click Shadow Ball, it was GG, right? But I should have jetted. Jet, he Shadow Balls me. I don't know. Yeah, I think, well, if I jetted and he balled, I think what I was supposed to do is protect. There's 3 turns of Tailwind, right? protect the first turn, jet the Aerodactyl on the next one, protect the last one, but his Gengar would still outspeed me. So I think it was just cooked no matter what. Unless Aqua Jet crit can kill him. I think what I was going for was the miss. Because we're just dead to 2 balls and he goes first. If I jetted arrow, I would win from there from what he did. That's true. But that doesn't change anything, right? No, I would jet his guy. He disabled. The next turn, Aerodactyl would be dead. He can Shadow Ball me. And I can just last respects for game because I have Sash. Yeah, he's not sashed. All right, guys, so we're gonna be starting up with Alex Underhill. He's won 3 regional championships in Pokemon VGC. I think the most recent one I remember was when he won in Portland, 2024, maybe. I know he was at Worlds. He's basically like one of the GOATs. And I reached out to him to do some coaching because evidently we need it. And I figured we would do it on stream so you guys can learn some stuff along the way as well. All right, so he's calling me. Let's pick up. Hello? Hey, you're able to hear me all good? Awesome. Oh, cool. Were you watching that last game? Oh. Yeah, for sure. Sorry, what were you saying? I think you were saying something about your internet. Oh, okay. You're live. Okay. You're good. Yeah, you're live. Everyone can hear you. Oh, wait. They're saying they can't hear him. Okay, hold on. You guys can't hear him. You're sure? Okay, I think they're sure. Why would that be the case? Let's see. Output device, wavelength, voice chat. All right, now I think they should be able to hear you.
All right, can they hear me? Hello, chat.
Hello, chat. I'll bump you up as well. Now we can. Oh, I'm a genius. It's quiet.
How's it going, people?
Turning them up.
This is a sample sentence to check the audio levels of my voice.
That was a good sample sentence. Okay,
looks
like they can hear you. Nice. So yeah, I was just on the chat. You're obviously, you know, well decorated when it comes to VGC. You also, you know, had a lot of success coaching other people. I've been struggling a lot. I honestly was doing a lot better. I made my own team with a worm and the fox. And we got up to 2K. I was playing other teams. I was doing well. And then I looked at this team, the one that I sent you earlier. And I was like, this looks fun. And I'm just getting beat up. But I feel like every one of my mons is OP. But I'm just getting smashed. So I can't figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I think then it's probably just a matter of sequencing things in your battles. And so... honestly, that last game was probably a good example of like a lot of different like small or big lessons that we could talk over. Because I think you also did get pretty unlucky. Some unfortunate things happened in that battle. But there's also ways to like kind of play around that and manage it and give our opponents less opportunities to do things like that. So yeah, we could always try replay review on that one, but if that's too awkward to set up or if we don't feel like doing that, then we could always try doing some games together. I don't know how much of a delay I would be on if we were playing with your feed, like, because I just have your Twitch open.
I can always share my POV on Discord, so the delay would be even less. I also do have the VOD open of the last game.
Let's start with that one because I feel like it probably a good way to like kind of highlight some of the things that we could have done to um, avoid where we ended up, I guess.
Okay, let's do
Including
that.
some notes on the end game that because you guys were trying to solve the end game that was like basically lost. Like, don't worry, like that's a big thing that I like to talk about in my coaching sessions is like um to kind of like triangulate where we lost a battle, basically.
Hmm.
Because a lot of the times, like there will be turns in the end of a game where it doesn't matter what we do. Ultimately, if the opponent clicks the correct buttons, they will just win the game. And then on the flip side, if in the early turns of a game, there are often times where there are turns that don't decide the game. My favorite example is like, let's say I lead Sneasler and King Gambit, and you lead Sneasler and King Gambit, and I fake out your King Gambit, and you fake out my King Gambit. We're not going to
Hmm.
be there 8 turns later and be like, that was when I lost the game. You know,
Right,
if it
right.
was, then I've got a lot of questions as to how that matchup what plays out, I guess.
Hmm.
That's like a very easy one, but there's a lot more like nuanced ones as well. For example, like our King Gambit has the Chopelberry, and if we're running the same EV spread from the team that got second still. I wouldn't be surprised if it's, EV to take that close combat from Sneasler. However, you have to be careful about letting it take damage beforehand because then it can't do that as reliably anymore. You switch it in on a Blizzard from an opposing Frostlass, and close combat takes you. Those are the like, the
Right.
harder uh, turns to kind of like see later down the line when we're kind of like looking back on it. So that said, I guess we'll get to the end game when we get there. But let's start with some of the early stuff because I think your team preview was fine. I did get here right as team preview started, and I think you
Right.
picked pretty much all the Pokemon that I would have picked in the same order that I would have picked them. They looked right, and yeah, the whole time, like I think you were taking a second to lock in that last Mon Bass, and you were like, "I want something for Rotom," and I was like, "I think it's still Bass. I think it's still the Bass."
Hmm.
It seems like the right pick here because it's not that bad with the Focus Sash into it. Last Respects is not a fair button. It just kills everything. So, uh, I thought that everything else looked pretty solid. So if you want, you could honestly skip ahead to turn one because I think that team preview went pretty well in terms of like planning things out. We could talk more about team preview and planning, but honestly, we could probably do that with some of the like a game that we get into later. Um, and so
Okay.
right here, turn one, there's a couple of things that I wanted to mention. So you end up going for Mega Protect, and I know that you flinch with King Gambit. Can you remind me which one you targeted into? Um,
His Gengar with
the Gengar,
Kowtow.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like in this position, there's probably two directions to go with it. And so if you could go ahead and pause here. So the first note is that when it comes to Mega Evolution, I don't know if this was just like, we were running low on time or something like that, or if you really wanted to switch Frostlass in later and be able to take hits better. But if we're going for Protect, oftentimes it's best to just not Mega and Protect with weather setting Megas.
Hmm.
Our opponent doesn't have their own source of weather, so
Yeah,
it's not going to be a huge deal. But I think we actually saw later on in the battle, we ran out of snow turns,
that's right.
and if we had delayed our Mega Evolution to the turn that we were actually attacking, then it probably would have worked out a bit better. There are reasons to Mega Protect plenty of times. Like if we wanted our Frostlass to switch in better and take hits better, then that's a reason to do it. If we
Hmm.
are using like a Charizard and a Venusaur, and we know that Venusaur is in the clear, but Charizard is not, you could Mega Evolve that Charizard to set up the Sun and give the Venusaur the good to go, basically. Um, but otherwise, for the most part, uh, these like megas that set the weather and stuff like that, you want to try to hold the Mega Evolution until you're actually going to be using it for like offensive purposes and stuff like that, because otherwise our weather is on a timer and we want to be using it as much as we can.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my thought process was that if I didn't get out of this turn, I wanted to leave with my Frostlass, and then if I wanted to
Mhm.
bring it back in, I'd be able to bring it back in better.
Right.
But you're right, I did actually end up running out of snow, so maybe it was that
I think
wasn't
it was
good.
fine in that sense, but there's actually so here's the two paths that I think we have on this
Hmm.
first turn, and we kind of went for like the most straightforward option that like basically just says like, hey, my opponent, do you mind if I win? And then
Right.
they said, no, please don't do that. That's like that would be scary. And it's like, okay. So I think that we had two routes that either kept our opponent in check and let us get a little bit more out of the turn. And so that would have been either going for Kowtow Cleave into the Aerodactyl
Hmm.
or going for Sucker Punch into the Gengar with our King Gambit. Um, Kowtow Cleave into the Aerodactyl is a good move to go for if we are protecting our Frostlass, because then this Aerodactyl that was flinching us a couple of times throughout the rest of the game, um, it would have been at 1 HP. We could finish it off, or close to 1 HP, close enough because Kowtow does a lot of damage. We could finish it off with an Aqua Jet from Basket Legion. We could finish it off with Sucker Punch. We could finish it off with Extreme Speed from Dragonite if it's low enough. Um, and then all of those moves being priority moves are going to prevent us from being Rock Slide flinched.
Makes sense. Yeah.
However, on the flip side, if you wanted to, both routes that I'm suggesting are going to roll the dice a little bit with Rock Slide, and unfortunately, that's just kind of where we are.
Hmm.
But because we don't have anything that outspeeds Aerodactyl. We don't have it. We only have priority moves, but we don't have any Pokemon that can naturally outspeed it, like with a Choice Scarf, and we don't have any Pokemon that can set Tailwind for us either. Well, we
Hmm.
have Dragonite, but Dragonite's slower. Dragonite's slower.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so then the other route is that we sucker punch the Gengar to give Frostlass an opening because Aerodactyl isn't going to one shot Frostlass. And Gengar, if it can, they usually will just go down to one sucker punch. If they're running a lot of bulk, they can survive a sucker punch. However, if they're running a lot of bulk, then they either might not outspeed our Frostlass or they might not KO our Frostlass in one hit. Um, if they can do both, then you kind of just chalk it up as like, well, that's kind of best of one. That's tough for us, you know.
Hmm.
We keep it moving. So yeah, sucker punching the Gengar and blizzarding, then Blizzard, of course, accomplishing the same thing as what we were talking about, prioritizing getting that Aerodactyl down to Focus Sash as early as possible. We could then finish it off with a priority move. You know, we get a Blizzard off into the Arrow, sucker punch to follow up. Um, but yeah, Gengar is the reason that we don't prioritize Gengar right away with King Gambit necessarily with like a Kowtow Cleave is that Gengar is always going to lose to King Gambit, and our King Gambit isn't threatened by the Aerodactyl either. So it
Makes
just kind of
sense.
has
Yeah.
all the space in the world. It doesn't need to get rid of the Gengar this second because it's going to be able to do it later without a second thought, basically.
Hmm. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. What I was concerned about was that I sucker if the Gengar Shadow Balls my Frostlass, I sucker the Gengar. He lives, and then also one shots my Frostlass. But I guess
So I get
like
you.
what you're saying is if that happens, then I mean he had to have like the perfect like spread, right, to have enough damage and bulk and every like, and then
It
yeah, then
also helps
it
to
makes
know
sense.
our Frostlass a little bit. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, no, you're good. You're good.
Um, I don't know what our Frostlass's speed is, but it does take a considerable amount of points on Gengar to survive it, and so Frostlass might still be able to outrun the Gengar if it is running that much bulk. But I don't know what our speed stat is on Frostlass.
I think we're.
Because
I
in that
don't know what
situation,
it is. Yeah, we're pretty
yeah, that's
fast.
all good.
So
That's all good.
yeah.
If we're on the fast side, then we might be able to just KO it with a Blizzard after the Sucker Punch, then, basically.
Hmm.
Assuming that Rock Slide doesn't just flinch us, though, which, you know, sometimes you have to roll those dice.
Right,
Um,
right.
and
Which like
then,
it happens this game, but I don't think it would have mattered because we both protected anyway.
right, right.
I
Yeah, so
think
the
that's
first turn ended up being mostly a wash. I mean, we went for Kowtow into the Gengar, and nothing ended up happening. And then on the second turn, I thought that the Dragonite swap was a solid one. But once again, I'm just wanting to throw a King Gambit attack into this Aerodactyl. Because again, King Gambit is full health. We don't really, I mean, it's close to full health. We don't really need to worry about the Gengar just yet because they're probably going to want to preserve it, and we yeah, we just want to make sure that we get rid of this arrow as fast as possible so it doesn't flinch our whole team and annoy us, basically. And so,
Mm-hmm.
like now that they brought in like Sneasler, the game has changed a little bit because King Gambit is threatened, and so
Mm-hmm.
now the decisions we make with it will be a bit different. But in the meantime, we could have been focusing. I mean, the damage on Sneasler isn't bad, but I just think that yeah, damage on Aerodactyl might have gotten us a little bit farther. Because then, for example, if Aerodactyl was down low, we could maybe threaten it with a Sucker Punch and then Dragon Claw into the Sneasler. We could just let King Gambit go and just start to Aqua Jet our way through things. We have Last
Mm-hmm.
Respects on Basket Legion with Sash as a way to beat the Gengar in a pinch. But yeah, there's just honestly, I mean, that's the tough part about Pokemon in general is that there's like so many routes you can go in a battle, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think still now we're in a decent-ish spot. I think we ended up protecting. What did we do on this next turn? Um,
I think I
I
Dragon
think
Claw protected.
that sounds about
Or
right. Was it the turn we? Oh, maybe we ended up going back to Frostlass and protecting. Was that what it was? We
yeah, you're
did.
right.
Okay. Okay. And Frostlass ends up, I think, avoiding the attack, which is like a little bit helpful. You know, we got a little bit of a lucky break after getting a little bit owned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Um, So now this, I mean, Frostlass is in an excellent spot here, and it wasn't a bad thought to get it in at all. I
Mm-hmm.
think it was here that we decided that we didn't want to give up our focus sash on Basque Legion, and I think that that is a little bit less valuable than having like a whole Dragonite or a whole King Gambit, and so they go for Rock Slide plus Close Combat into King Gambit here,
Mm-hmm.
and Dragonite goes down to the combo, and obviously, if King Gambit stayed in, it would also go down to the combo. King Gambit could do a little bit more than the Dragonite switch in by at least going for a last second Sucker Punch, but I think that going out to Basque Legion would have been just fine here. Rock Slide would have just chipped it down. It would have broken our sash, done probably about like 30. Close Combat does 0. And
Mm-hmm.
seeing if, as we don't flinch, Blizzard puts both of these Pokemon in range of Aqua Jet. So we can kind of just continue to attack. We would probably prioritize Aqua Jetting while we flinched, right?
Yeah. So
That part's
I guess
small.
this is where like the game was like kind of lost, right? Like I had to switch into close combat and I didn't take it. I mean, the flinch obviously is annoying, but
Mhm.
this is where I
Yes.
think the game is probably lost, or like I put myself in a
It's
really
it's
bad spot.
Yeah, I would say at this point it's going to be just so difficult to climb, and so I think that you made mostly the correct move on this turn. I like the blizzard, and then yeah, Sneasler is just like a non-threat, so you can definitely focus the arrow. I think I liked Last Respects into the arrow a little bit more. We have a lot of things that scare the opponent out of bringing Incineroar on our team, running both Milotic and King Gambit. So
Mm-hmm.
you can kind of like cross that one out and say that, you know, what would they have as their last Pokemon? Maybe Sinistcha, maybe Rotom.
Mm-hmm.
And Last Respects would have covered that quite well. And if we got that Last Respects damage, then we might not have had to take another move from Rotom in general. Um,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we would have done like considerably more.
Yeah, Last Respects is broken. That move is so broken. We also did run out of snow here, which makes things a little bit awkward. That said, I
Yeah.
think you could maybe still pick up with the Shadow Ball and the Sneasler, or maybe it gets really close. And then with Basque Legion, I would just throw Last Respects into the Rotom here, because we're probably faster than it, unless it's a Choice Scarf one, which we don't know for sure. And if it is a Choice Scarf one, we can at least get it low.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Shadow Ball, yeah, just doesn't quite get there. Unfortunate for us. And then they Wisp, which was wild. But like there's a good chance that because we're running a team that just did well in a tournament, that our opponent knows exactly what our move set is. Um, and so they wanted to. I don't know. I mean, I still think Thunderbolt would have been made more sense to me personally. But
Right. I mean, we would
maybe
outspeed with
they
Basque Legion, and I think the Basque Legion's like max speed.
right.
So and this was probably just dead to a last respects, right?
I think it might have been, yeah, unless they're like super tanky. I mean, we are only one Pokemon down, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a Last Respects into Rotom there might have put it in range, or so he might have just taken it out, if not gotten very close. Um, yeah, and at this point, we the battle's pretty much lost at this point. This is one of those turns where like, yeah, it doesn't matter terribly what we get up to. Volt Switch is their move of choice on Rotom, and that's probably maybe part of why they went for Wisp there, is that they didn't feel like they had a comfortable switch into Last Respects, nor did they nor did they feel like it did enough damage for them to make progress, I guess. And so yeah, I think they ended up saving the Sneasler here, but like yeah, a lot of we have to get pretty much every play right at this point to be able to get our way back into it, and so I wouldn't fault ourselves too much for like whiffing a sucker punch or anything like that. We are poisoned on our Frostlass, so we're just going to go down.
Yeah.
So a lot of this stuff isn't actually that big a deal. My favorite example on the when I was talking about triangulating the turns that went wrong in the end is like, you know, if you've ever fought against a Trick Room team where they set up Trick Room and then they click Eruption with their Torkoal for the next 4 turns and we just lose all of our Pokemon. During those turns, it's very possible to not commit any errors. You know, like you can still lose a game at the end, and like it, of course the reason we lost was earlier in the battle. So this was fine. I think actually this is where I think Last Respects into the Rotom seems good, and they ended up missing the Wisp, I think.
That's what happened, yeah.
Is that what it was? I don't know why they didn't just go for Volt Switch, but yeah, this was where it gets kind of funny, because I think if you go for Protect on Basculegion, just to stall out a turn of Tailwind, really, it's not terribly important, because I think all of their Pokemon outspeed us for the rest of the game, but it would also kind of inform what their options are. The problem is that Gengar can always survive an Aqua Jet, and it has so many moves that could lock this up for them, whether it's Disable or Substitute. Would have been very common options on them so it doesn't really matter. But if we went for Protect, then it would have messed up their Disable thing, and then we could have forced them to hit a Rock Slide. And then, actually, even still, then Sneasler gets to just come in. They'd have to miss like 2, maybe 3 Rock Slides, basically. So it's pretty slim odds. So nothing to really sweat about in the end game, of course.
No, I think that makes sense. Now that I'm watching it back, it seems really obvious that I just had to swap into close combat. I just overvalued my Sash way too much.
Yeah, I think that was the big one. And then also, even though we got flinched a lot, I think just some of the targeting prioritization would have been better in the early game if we had just kind of hit Arrow once, just so that Bass could put it in, or we can put it in Basket Legion's Aqua Jet range, because it doesn't take much. Aqua Jet's probably doing well over half. And then we don't have to worry about that thing nearly as much anymore.
Right. And then also managing my snow. Like, if I am just gonna Protect, I didn't really think about... I think one of the problems I have with my Mega Pokemon is like being very unwilling to take like HP trades on it. Like if he Shadow Balled my Frostlass turn 1, and I get the sucker damage, but then I'm like, oh, I traded HPs on my Mega, but ultimately it doesn't really matter because I have all good Mons in the back anyway, and his Gengar would also take damage.
Right. Gengar would be in Aqua Jet range then, at the very least. Like sometimes, trading we don't need to put our Mega on a pedestal necessarily. It's usually the strongest Pokemon on our team, but also Basculegion and Kingambit are so broken strong that like if they're doing just fine, then we're probably doing just fine. We could let Frostlass go down to that turn 1 Shadow Ball. It just gives us a more powered up Last Respects. Then on the following turn, we get to just, Aqua Jet for free value into that 1 HP Gengar if it did survive the sucker. And we can, throw a Kowtow into the Aerodactyl. That puts it in range of another Aqua Jet, and we kind of just, the pieces fall from there. Ultimately, with Dragonite being a great Pokemon into any, like, Fire, Water, Grass core, which that's what Sinistcha, Incin, and Rotom are kind of rounding out this team with. And so Dragonite would be able to cover all of the rest of the Pokemon pretty much on its own.
Yeah, it makes sense. Also, what you said makes sense. I should think about, like, even if I don't know what they have in the back, the likelihood that they're bringing Incin when my team is Gambit Milotic is pretty low. So when I do have a free turn to hit, like on that Rotom turn, there's no reason not for me to, or when he swaps in the Rotom, to not be clicking Last Respects, because he shouldn't have anything that resists it. And
Right.
yeah, even from the game there, it looked really winnable if I got a Last Respects off on that Rotom on the Switch.
Right. Yeah, because Bass is just like so scary for their team.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid fish. Stupid broken fish.
Yeah. All right. So what
All right.
should we do a game next, or what do you recommend?
That sounds fine by me. Yeah, I think that we got to talk about a lot of the different like lessons that I go through that replay pretty
Mm-hmm.
much. So let's try a game here. We'll do some of the decision making together. I'll try to like have you walk me through your thoughts, and then I'll add mine in hopefully in time, for us to
Mm-hmm.
make the decision, within the 45 seconds or whatever. But yeah, let's try a
Okay.
game together.
Let's do that. Let me just switch scenes here. My capture card is a little wonky. Sometimes I have to unplug and replug it.
No sweat.
Uh-oh. Let's see. It's acting up. My chat's used to it.
Is it the capture card or is it like the Switch 2? I wonder. I've been having some weird issues with my Switch 2.
No. So I traded capture cards with my teammate who was living with me. And his sucked, but he gave me back my old one. I just haven't unplugged it, or I haven't plugged it back in. So
Oh, okay.
he's the one that I dropped off at the airport earlier. So he was living with me for the season.
Oh, sick. Okay. When is the when is the next major Unite tournament that you'll
So
be playing in?
we just had our regional finals yesterday, literally yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And now it's just NAIC and Worlds. Is all that's left.
Okay. New Orleans.
Let's see. This isn't working. I can literally just go to the other room and get the capture card, but I would rather this just work. Okay, there we go. Now let me just change on Discord. Second. Okay, you're able to see?
Yes, I am. Perfect.
Okay, hold on. It broke. Why is this happening right now?
All good, all good.
What's next event that's coming up for you that you're traveling to?
I have an annoying one because I'm going to the LA regionals, which is still Scarlet and Violet. So
yeah, that sounds unfun.
not very exciting. Not very
Yeah.
exciting.
Okay.
But gotta take it seriously for the World's invite, and yeah, it's just a convenient tournament for me to get to as somebody who lives on the West Coast. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where I'm at, I guess. Gotta play it.
Makes sense. Are you going to Indianapolis?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's gonna be a lot more exciting.
that sounds fun.
Yeah, the first tournament of a game, even a format in general, but especially a new game, is just such a different experience than the rest. It's so much more fun to be there for people trying to be the first person to, figure it out, basically, to be the first person to like really solve it. It'll get solved a bunch of different ways after that.
Mm-hmm.
And before that too, with how big, some of these online tournaments are. But the first real one is the one that feels like it's, I don't know, just something special.
For sure. Yeah, I wish I could go and compete in that. That sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
don't
know everything's filling
yeah.
up.
It's just we also like for whatever reason they plan a lot of Unite stuff that just happens to happen on regional weekends. So whether it's like a tournament that I would be watching or being a part of, then we never really get to go to any VGC stuff. Okay, so
No,
it's like
I don't know. The season's kind of annoying the way they plan things. Sorry, what were you saying?
it's working, but every time I try to share my screen on Discord is what breaks it. So
Let's just do it the delay way then.
the delayed, yeah, I think that might be best. So I don't want to just sit here with the tech issue. Let's
No, all good.
unplug and replug, and we should be good. Yeah, it shouldn't be a long delay. Like my stream is usually pretty undelayed.
Yep, totally good.
Okay.
Chat, what's better these days anyways? Should we be watching on Twitch or YouTube? I have both open.
I think most people are prefers of Twitch. It's not actually
Twitch would be
working.
less delay. Okay.
Yeah, you might not want to go to the YouTube chat. That's a good recommendation. The YouTube chatters are they're a different breed.
They're your fans though. They're your friends.
Ooh, friends is a ambitious word to use.
So good.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna go get my other capture card. It's literally in the other room. I'll be back in just a minute.
It's my time to kill time on the show here. Two Pina Coladas, you said I'm here hate watching. I have a friend who like kind of genuinely does this, like kind of hate watches another streamer, or like they watch somebody who like they actively don't enjoy watching, and I'm just like, why do you do this? It's just confuses me. Also, I am going to show my hand here completely and say that I don't know any of the Unite results, unfortunately. And so I was trying to Google them in the background, and I'm so bad at Googling that I can't even find the results. I just typed in Unite Regionals results, and the page did not make it clear enough for me. What's the Scarlet Violet meta right now? Well, we're playing Regulation I, double restricted. So, Koraidon, Calyrex.
We are good. I got my old capture card. This thing works like a beast. It's just smooth. Yeah, we had our regionals yesterday. We did end up winning, so it's good.
Okay, well, congrats on that. Let's go.
Thank you. The entire time I was like, gosh, if I lose, my entire chat the next day I go live is gonna be like, well, you played too much champions, because I pretty much just played champions all week. Which is what happened 2 weeks before when we ended up losing a set. I went back to the VOD review, and I think even the casters are like, maybe these guys are playing too much champions. That's awesome. But whatever. We won, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, cool. I don't want to... Sorry?
I just want to know who you're playing.
I played a lot of Hoopa, played a little bit of Slowbro. We were in a best of 5. I think I played 2 games of Slowbro, 2 games of Hoopa, 1 game of Eldegoss. It's like mostly same old guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're good now. So, I think I'm in there. Oh, also, I guess I don't have to even watch on delay, huh?
Yeah, you should just be able to see in Discord now on no delay.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Okay.
You ended up changing Dragonite to Silk Scarf as well?
I kind of just did it for fun. I think the Dragon Claw or Dragon Fang is probably better still. But it seemed really funny when I was clicking E-Speed and things were getting melted.
Right.
Okay. So
Yeah,
this is
so
almost a
yeah,
mirror.
right. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. And so, kind of like what we did in the last battle, it does seem like they just don't have a lot of stuff to break Frostlass plus King Gambit. You know, Frostlass
Hmm.
doesn't like Incineroar, and um, then basically King Gambit can at least annoy that in the lead, and then King Gambit's good into their Frostlass. Garchomp is something that King Gambit doesn't love to see, and Frostlass covers that as well.
Hmm.
So probably try that in the opening. Um, I think maybe we want to end game with our fish. It just gives us a lot of stable options into their fish because of the sash.
Yeah.
Um, and then after that, I mean, it doesn't really feel like a Milo game. It could be, but I think that it's between Sneasler and Dragonite. Dragonite feels like a bit of a weird pick into another snow team, but if we use the other three Pokemon we have that are pretty good into snow, it can still play a part.
Okay.
But otherwise, Sneasler is a very fine pick here too.
Okay. I think I would have gone Milotic. So I mean, I'll go Caesar. But I think
Yeah.
a part of me is like afraid to not have something nice to switch into the other Frostlass. But I guess Sneasler can kind of do that. My Caesar's also like max
Right.
HP. It's like really bulky. So that should be
Yeah, both
okay.
guys nice. So we're basically in almost the same situation from the other game that we saw.
Right.
And here, I wouldn't be surprised if our opponent went for a bit more of a passive play, like maybe worried about the Sucker Punch possibility.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think with our Frostlass, we could maybe just go for a Blizzard and then a Kowtow into their Frostlass to keep it kind of in check. If they do decide to attack, then we'll get rid of their Frostlass.
Yeah, makes sense. And then if they leave or protect, we would at least get Blizzard. Oh, well,
That is,
I guess we won.
Wild. No way.
Well, it's just
I
this.
think
It's
they were
just
a
this
little
easy for you. I mean, like I don't know. It's just this
Sorry,
easy.
this is B. I queued into you to give you a little bit of a confidence boost.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
Mr. Kenny and flinch us. No. What are we? Why?
Why can't the game just be this easy always? I don't understand. Well,
They're not. Oh, it's Sash Garchomp,
Sash.
huh?
Or
Not
it's
Sash
fake
on that arrow.
Sash.
I want to see that Sash activate. I would be baffled if it
Nope.
doesn't. I actually, in one of my regionals finals that I won, I was using an assault. Unfortunate flinch, but whatever.
Yeah.
We're fine. We'll win this. But yeah, in the finals, I was using Assault Vest Garchomp, and it lived a Blizzard from a Ninetales, and that was something that really threw everybody off guard. Okay.
So now that we saw his Sash, I know he's not Scarf, so I can just click another Blizzard, or I can
Yeah,
Shadow.
I think it's Blizzard and Sucker Punch the opposing Frostlass, or well, let's think for a second. It could just be a Kowtow. I think I like Sucker Punch just to guarantee we get off damage. King Gambit should always survive a Earthquake or Stomping Tantrum. But I think if we just get off the damage, our priority spam like finisher will just kind of win. You know, like basically.
Yeah. Well, he should
We
be
don't
able
need
to
to, like-
Earthquake, right? Because we're just going to be faster. Because Garchomp is just dead.
Yeah, this would be if they outspeed us, survive the Sucker Punch, and Shadow Ball kills us.
Okay.
They do survive the Sucker Punch. They do outrun. Frostlass gets us. They could Earthquake or Stomping into us. We're bulky enough to survive one, though, so should just be able to win without a second thought.
Right. Yeah, I guess if he's max speed, max attack, maybe there's a chance we die there. And get outspread.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't remember our exact EVs because they didn't post the, or not the, yeah, the EVs because they didn't post the paste of the team. They only post the replica, and I haven't loaded it up in game yet.
Yeah. We can just go look at it we can look at it in the team preview just to
Yeah,
have
that's
an idea of it. Yeah.
That was our 100th win, I think. Oh, with King Gambit? Maybe 100 with King Gambit? Did you just get the King Gambit Professor badge?
I
Is that
might.
what I saw?
I think I've played. I've played a lot of this game. It might be too embarrassing to even look.
No, no worries.
Okay, so real
You're
quick.
so cringe with the chat.
Yeah, like our
What's
Froslass
wrong with
is
using good
really
Pokemon? There's nothing wrong with using good Pokemon.
This is kind of weird as well. Our King Gambit's like almost max speed.
Oh, it's like turbo. Okay, so it might not even survive.
It doesn't.
It might need
live,
the Aurora Veil.
It never lives close combat. Yeah, he doesn't like living them.
Okay, this all looks pretty good then. Then, all right. We so we're playing against another team from the tournament.
Yeah, this is the
top 4.
Disable Encore bullshit, right?
Right.
From the Gengar and
A9. So the Gengar also has Perish. We've got a couple of tools here that should be good for us. I think we can expect them to lead with their own King Gambit, possibly. I think we should lead with Sneasler here for sure to cover that. And maybe we put Froslass with it. And then let's just end game with the broken guys. Let's just do King Gambit and Basculegion. And I think they should be able to handle almost anything because they're just good.
Yeah, I think this is what I would have done too. And then I would see the Gengar plus like Gengar something in the lead, and I would just get super dizzy. But there's no Gengar, so.
Yeah, they ended up leading with that King Gambit. And our own Sneasler, especially with the bulk it has, is just very well equipped for positions like this. We can't say for certain whether or not we'll be the faster Sneasler, so that's where things get a little bit dicey. It's why we wouldn't want to like fake out their Sneasler, you know?
Right. We're probably not faster.
So, I think we just trade Froslass for a Veil, because I think with the bulk we have, we'll just be in such a good spot. So let's just close combat their King Gambit. And just try to set up a Veil. Seems good to me. Wouldn't be surprised to see if they just fake us out. Honestly, in hindsight, fake out into their King Gambit was slightly better. In case we were the faster Sneasler, then we would fake out them, they would fake out us.
Yeah, the odds that we're faster are probably like really low, because...
I would agree. I would agree with that.
But you didn't click Sucker, but I think we live a Kowtow, right? Now that we're in Veil Snow.
100%. Yeah. We take it. In fact, we can take a Sucker as well, because we're very tanky.
Yeah.
And seeing how much we did to with Sucker to that other Froslass in the other game, that must have been the last one. With that said, though, I think you can just swing. Yeah, like, honestly, just thoughtlessly attack, really. Like, we've put ourselves in a good spot. This is what we're aiming to do. So Blizzard gives us that chip to get past the King Gambits that can survive a single attack. Dire Claw might take us out if they are a fast Sneasler, and I wouldn't be surprised if they are. But they're not. Yeah,
that's what I was worried about, but this is OP.
But I think it would have been manageable. Oh, there we go.
It's just like, I don't understand. When you're watching, it's just everything just goes so well. When you're here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so funny. I mean, it would be a little bit more... it would be tougher for me if it was the opposite sense. I have had some coaching sessions like that where just nothing can go right. And then I'd have to look at them afterwards and be like, I'm so sorry.
I kind of don't like when these freezes happen, though. Sometimes, because I'm like expecting them to be frozen and then they get the turn 1 thaw. And then it's like, I get a weird spot.
You kind of just like rely on it when you have to, and otherwise just don't when you can account for it, you know?
Right.
That's the simple, like, I don't know, answer that is just really easy to say. But that said, I actually think we could use Froslass later. I wouldn't mind something like a close combat into the opposing Sneasler. And then let's just swap into our King Gambit here. Switches in very well on a Shadow Ball. There are some crazy worst-case scenarios that could occur here, like that they see this coming, unthaw, or thaw, rather. They mean the same thing, but...
Yeah.
CC us.
But he'd have to be brave enough to CC us on the switch, yeah.
Which, honestly, I think if they do it, we can still win. Because we are close combating their Sneasler to put it in range of an Aqua Jet. And then their Gengar is something we can handle with the other guys. Oh, a very bold Perish song. I don't know what the long-term goal with that one is. They do wake up. They do close combat, but not into the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I also forgot that this is a Sash Sneasler. Not because it lived on 1 HP, but the White Herb just didn't activate right now. That's right. What this means. So we can't switch. We can't switch Sneasler. We're just locked in. But there's nothing really wrong with that. We don't really care. Let's just close combat the opposing Sneasler. And this Gengar is, I think, double stab Perish Song. So it's not like a disable one. Let's just kowtow into the Gengar and just not worry about it.
Makes sense.
Okay, it looks like they... Either the Gengar has more bulk than the Sneasler, or... Okay.
Just double protects.
They just double protect. Or wait, no, I had it backwards anyways. Gengar is naturally faster than the Sneasler. Because we did not activate Unburden. There it is, there it is, there it is. Okay. I don't really know... Yeah, this Perish isn't going to be very effective. Because we're basically just threatening 2 KOs here. They can switch around on one of them. And at worst, we lose 2 Pokemon for 2 Pokemon, but then we'll have more Pokemon than them and be able to win. So let's just, I think we just click the straightforward buttons. The nice thing is if Gengar switches out here, they have to lose Sneasler and take damage on the switch in for Gengar. And I think then we should just be fine. Okay. Maybe I'm getting ahead of ourselves. Wait, what is that? We have Bass. We have Bass. We have Bass. Bass is fine.
We have the fish.
We were maybe supposed to double into the Ninetales. Maybe they were right with the Perish. I'm thinking about it now, and Ninetales does make this a little bit awkward with how low our Frostlass is. We were maybe supposed to just let the Sneasler live and just double into the Gengar with close combat. Plus, I was suggesting close combat because of an Incineroar swap, but yeah, now they just double protect. There's nothing to do. So
yeah,
close combat, Arcane Gambit, and Sucker Punch the Gengar.
Alright, okay. Yeah, I mean,
you don't have to. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You can Dire Claw the opposing guy, but like they are going to protect on both of their Pokemon.
Yeah.
You don't have to protect. They can do anything else. At least then it's kind of like a little like nod of acknowledgement. Like I know what you're up to.
So we're gonna have a 1 HP or a low Frostlass, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm not so certain that we can win, because I think Ninetales is the correct last Pokemon for them to be able to get out of this. I'm realizing now. We needed to, yeah, the turn that we messed up was... We just needed to, not Dire Claw, but actually just not KO the Sneasler on purpose.
Right.
What we needed to do. We needed to close combat into the Gengar, covering for an Instant Swap, or... to just fail KOing the other slot.
Makes sense.
So that when the Ninetales came in, they would have Sneasler and they would have Ninetales, but we could switch out and break the Perish lock. But yeah, with this now, Gengar probably outspeeds us. The thing is that we can just throw 2 Ghost type attacks into the Gengar, and I think that's probably our best bet. If they, I think if they just Shadow Ball our fish, though, I'm not sure if we have a way around it, because they'll just Blizzard us. We would have to have protected on our fish, which is just a 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe we just needed to protect there. Oh well, because yeah, Blizzard will just finish us off. But I think that it was a 50-50 endgame that could have been avoided if we had just close combated into the other slot. Oh wow, they just ate that up. So I guess what we could go for protect on fish, then go for Shadow Ball, but they live. We could put them in Aqua Jet range, but it gets a little bit dicey because the Ninetales still has Encore and Disable. And so if they disable on our guy, then we're in a bad spot. If they Encore us, it's still winnable. But yeah, I think the main mistake there, this was on me, but we needed to not KO the Sneasler the turn that we did to reset, because then they just got the reset Shadow Tag, basically.
Right. Is there any merit in us just hard reading their Gengar switching out, because he's also just otherwise going to perish himself, and clicking our most effective moves into what they have in the back?
Well, yeah, you click either Close Combat or Dire Claw into the Gengar there with Sneasler. It's mostly about not KOing their Sneasler, and then you can just pick which one you want to call for it in the back, whether it was the Ninetales and you Dire Claw or Close Combat into the Ensign. But like we talked about earlier, a lot of people probably don't want to bring Ensign against us. Okay. So now for Sand. Against Sand and a Sand Gardevoir, technically there's 4 possible Megas here, and honestly, maybe Gardevoir isn't. It could be like the Telepathy one with Choice Scarf or something. But the annoying thing for Frostlass is that we have to deal with the Weather Wars. This is probably a very solid Milo game because it's just so tanky and can take a lot of the hits that are going to be problematic. Like, we can't really be stable against Excadrill. So let's try that guy. Let's actually try putting Dragonite in the front as well. And then maybe we have Frostlass in the back with Sneasler, I'd say. I think that seems like a decent 4. Yeah, King Gambit, not really needed here. Basculegion could still be okay. Honestly, if we were dropping anything, it would maybe be Frostlass. But let's just ship these 4 and try it. But I actually think that Frostlass could be very fine to just bench ride in this game. It just gives us a few more options against Excadrill if we can win the Weather War at some point.
Yeah, I think I would have looked at the team and been like, Milotic seems too scary because of his like supportive guys, the Rotom Heat, the Rotom, and the Sinistcha. But I guess this lead looks okay.
The thing about Rotom is that it doesn't actually do that much damage. Like, Milo kind of just eats it up for the most part. And then as for this turn 1, I mean, I don't think we really need Tailwind. We don't really... I think that the Excadrill isn't that scary this turn, so what if we doubled into the Rotom with just like a Dragon Claw and a Scald and just tried to get rid of it?
Yeah, I mean, he might immediately try to bring T-Tar in. Okay, no.
Yeah, we got Multiscale going for us. Thunderbolts, they are faster than us. Could be a Choice Scarf Rotom, not so certain. But yeah, Milo, like, the thing is like, at the end of the day, we can't expect to not make trades, you know? Like, that was... wow. Okay.
That's a crit.
That was a crit. All right. I was like, I don't think...
I mean, I'm just... when you're here, things just go well. And not that the crit mattered.
They go, yeah.
We were just going to double up on him.
Right. That gives them a lot more limited options. They did bring the Gardevoir. And then bringing in Gardevoir right now, and also with that Rotom kind of giving me Scarf vibes, I think that this is probably Mega Gardevoir. They could also be... It could also be Scarf Guardian. They want to Earthquake with their Excadrill. Regardless, though... I guess Rock Slide Hyper Voice could be a double knockout. I'm trying to think if that puts us in too much of a bad spot. I think we Tailwind with Dragonite if we're allowed. And I think we just Scald into the opposing Excadrill if possible. I don't think we have good switch-ins into a potential Hyper Voice, so we have to kind of hope that this is a Scarf Guardy or that we can outspeed. All right. It looks like it's neither. I don't know what kind of Gardevoir it is, but it is Telepathy. They did not break Multiscale on Dragonite, so we survive anything. It's also slower than us. Could have gone for Trick Room. We could have just Tailwinded in the face of Trick Room, but I don't think that that's going to lose the game for us. We also did the burn, so...
So it looks like he might have
More
tailwind or
skillfully,
trick roomed. I mean,
might have trick roomed. Might have trick roomed.
no.
Calm mind. All right. Sure. You definitely got time for that. You definitely got time for all that. All right. Excadrill is a non-threat at this point. And remind me of our backpack one. I know we have Frostlass, but I'm blanking on the other one that we ended up going for. We ended up going for Sneasler. Okay. Yeah, Sneasler's just going to be super good into T-Tar and Gardevoir, because I can't imagine that they benched T-Tar here. So let's just ignore the Excadrill and double into the Milo here with the Gardevoir. Actually, is scalding it really that valuable? It isn't. So let's just scald the Excadrill, just because. So we can extreme speed the Gardevoir, but let's scald the other slot, just because. I mean, it really doesn't mean much. It was Mega. They just really wanted that Earthquake. Okay.
I mean, it looked cool when he did it, so.
It did. Telepathy.
We get some E-speed damage, and then our Dragonite should be fine, right? Because we have multi-scale.
Just barely, yeah. It's gonna hurt. But multi-scale is so good. All right. So now Sneasler doesn't go down, especially because we burned them. We can just go into Sneasler. And I guess, yeah, the thing to watch out for slightly is that they could have Sinistra last. They could have just benched the T-Tar entirely. And if the Gardevoir survives a Dire Claw, then we might be in trouble. So yeah, I'm thinking that maybe that's what they're doing, huh? That would be a little bit tricky. Let's Dragon Claw into the Excadrill. And let's just Dire Claw into the Gardevoir then. We are faster than this. But
I would...
Yeah, I'm also curious if Sneasler can take 1+1 Hyper Voice. Sorry, you go ahead.
What I would imagine is going to happen, like if I was thinking this through, is that Gardevoir could protect and then Sinistra could come to heal them.
Right.
But then... And then they can Rage Powder our Dire Claw the next turn.
Yes.
And then we're in trouble to the voice.
Yes. So what that comes down to, ultimately, though they didn't go for it, would have been how well our Sneasler can take a single +1 Hyper Voice. And I think it could, because we're running bulk. And in that case, we would survive the Hyper Voice. Dire Claw, Dragon Claw would take out the opposing Sinistra, and then we could land our Dire Claw. If they Psychicked into our Sneasler, just one-shotting it, then we would still have Dragonite, and we could finish the game off with Extreme Speed plus Blizzard, I think would be the ideal endgame, assuming that we still have to kill the Excadrill. We probably just throw a Blizzard into it. And Extreme Speed's going to do some pretty reasonable damage to Gardevoir to chip it down.
So what if instead of the turn their Earthquake, they Rock Slid and broke our multi-scale? Then we would...
I do think that would have been a return on their part. Our Milo would have been a little bit healthier. But yeah, I think that was the turn that's what they should have done on that turn if they since they were Mega Gardevoir. But we still would have probably gotten off an attack with our Milotic because they would have done considerably less to it. And then just scalding the Excadrill down to low HP, even if we don't get the burn, is going to put it in Blizzard range for us. And I think the only way that the Gardevoir ends up being problematic is if they have Sinistra in the back, which they do have it right here. But if they have Sinistra in the back, then our Frostlass is pretty uninterrupted, basically.
Makes sense, yeah.
Now we just click. So I know that we kind of just focused on that one replay and then games otherwise. Were there any other like questions that you kind of were coming into this that we didn't quite get around to? Any other like topics that you would like to hear on? Any other things that you we didn't quite get to?
Yeah, if we can, before we wrap things up. I made a team, the team that I've had the most success with on the ladder at least, with
Sure.
Orthworm, I wanted to just share your thoughts if you think the mon is just complete unplayable, or like what do you think about the guy?
Earthworm?
Yeah, I was playing Earthworm to Shedtail into Delphox, and then
Right.
Nasty Plot to just hit big heat waves and psychics. It was like kind of my game
So
plan.
it's kind of funny because I'm not expecting you to know this, but I'm one of Earthworm's biggest fans,
Nice.
and so I got top 4 at a regional with Earthworm,
Let's
um,
go.
and so that was a lot of fun. And I do think that with Earthworm, I personally am a big hater on Iron Defense, which you have dropped, and so I'm happy to see.
Yeah,
Because I
it was
think
pissing me off because I didn't have Protect.
yeah, Protect is so nice on it. I think for the most part you can run Heavy Slam. It is a little stupid that Floette weighs 200 pounds or whatever it is, and so Earthworm only gets like an 80 base power Heavy Slam on it, anyways.
I
Um,
also ran into a problem against Meganium where my Heavy Slam into Mega Meganium was garbage, which is why I changed it to Iron Head.
I might have to look at that one as well because I haven't run Earthworms in this format since day one,
Mm-hmm.
and so I I didn't encounter that one. Let's see. Heavy Slam is oh god, it's 40 base power into Meganium. Meganium, how much do you weigh?
Yeah, I don't know. I
I mean,
took Heavy
Meganium
Slam
does
into
look the same.
Meganium and it did no damage, and I was like, I'm either never playing this mon again or we need a new answer. And then I looked at Iron Head and I was like, okay, never mind. This is playable.
um, wait, maybe I'm. Oh, Floette. Oh, I'm looking at kilograms. Okay, Meganium is 200 kilograms. Floette is 100 kilograms. Wow.
Yeah.
Meganium is a big dinosaur. Okay, so yeah, I think then. So I'm very much a believer in Earthworm. But there's two things that I really like with it right now that I think a Delphox team around it is totally cool. I
Mm-hmm.
think Dragonite is one of the best Pokemon to use with Earthworm specifically. Um, More so than any Mega. I'm not really recommending Mega Dragonite. It could be a Mega Dragonite, but I feel like Mega Dragonite has to jump through a couple extra hoops. Like oftentimes it wants Rain or it doesn't have access to a strong enough stab move. So
Mm-hmm.
that aside, though, for the reason that Dragonite is so good with Earthworm is simply that multi-scale plus Shedtail is like the craziest, funniest interaction.
That makes
Um,
sense.
Basically the to do the 25% to Dragonite, it they have to hit into multi-scale at all times while the sub is there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
That's cool,
and
actually.
so basically like a lot of like weak attacks, like I don't know, an Incineroar Throat Chop, for example, will just like completely bounce off of it. It'll take like several of those to break it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, And so it's a lot of fun. And the other thing about Dragonite that is just so nice with Earthworm is that they really complement each other um, type wise for the most part. Like um, Dragonite doesn't like fairy type Pokemon, and that's something that Earthworm is pretty strong against. And
Fair, yeah.
then then also Earthworm doesn't like fighting and fire, and Dragonite resists both fighting and fire. On top of
Mm-hmm.
that, Dragonite is another Pokemon that you can Earthquake next to, which you're always going to be putting on your team.
Right.
And then the last thing is that Dragonite itself learns Earthquake. I run Earthquake on Dragonite usually when I'm running it on a worm team because you can Shed Tail into your Earthworm, or sorry, Shed Tail into your Dragonite, or then click Earthquake with that Dragonite behind a substitute and switch back into Earthworm and heal it up and get off a second Shed Tail.
Right. Right. Right.
Um,
Right. That's cool.
so it's pretty fun, and all of that can be used with a different mega. Still,
Mm-hmm.
Not Floette or Frostlass, Delphox, the Fox can
Mm-hmm.
also still work with a strategy like this. I think Plot is maybe a fine way to use it. I do think that Delphox is seeming rather mediocre as the format goes on.
Right.
We thought it was like solid, but I think it just kind of hates the fact that there's like a King Gambit and Basque Legion on every team.
That's kind
Um,
of where I got stuck. Like I couldn't advance really to a point. Like I had this idea from the chat actually to have Serena to at least help on the sucker punches, which
right.
kind of worked, but Basque Legion still was just it just resists everything.
Honestly, I think more so like if you want to tackle the annoying guys like the like Basque Legion and King Gambit, you might be better off just running it with like redirection, which I know that maybe defeats the purpose of Orthworm. I think
Mm-hmm.
basically, even though Delphox might be the cool one synergy wise for Earthquake spam, we might just end up being better off running a different mega entirely. Something like Gengar is probably pretty evil behind a substitute. Floette, I know, boring.
Mm-hmm.
Also probably pretty good on a team like this. Otherwise, I think Delphox builds, though I think they're starting to fall a little bit behind. Probably better off using some other pieces to help manage that. Mainly like Clefable is one that's been doing well in
Mm-hmm.
tournaments. Clefable is a really cool partner for Delphox. But yeah, I would
No,
say
I
that
just
like
like
the team
the
has a lot of solid stuff. Go ahead, sorry.
I just like now I just want to play Dragonite with Orthworm. That sounds way too much fun.
Yeah, give it a try. I think try the Dragon Fang Dragon Claw set. Originally, I was trying Scale Shot with leftovers,
Mm-hmm.
um, with Earthquake and Extreme Speed and Protect. You do want to have Protect on the Pokemon that you're passing to. Like you can definitely use a very similar Dragonite to the one we were using today,
Mm-hmm.
but don't have Tailwind on it. Put Protect on it. Protect is the most evil move you can put on your substitute receiving Pokemon because once
Right.
that substitute is up, they're just like, I need to kill it now. I need to stop that now. I need to get rid of it now. And then you just protect and they waste their whole turn because they double target it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Something else to be careful of is that whatever you end up landing on needs to be stable into Gardevoir because
Right.
Hyper Voice goes through substitute, as you've probably experienced
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Um, so that's why something like Gengar wouldn't be a bad idea. Because the thing about Earthworm is that at the end of the day, it's a Steel type, but he's not that good at being a Steel type offensively.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said that he beats Floette, he will not. Like they will kill us with Moonblast before we kill them with Iron Head,
Yeah. Yeah.
because of how strong that stupid flower is. So
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend finding other ways to keep the fairies in control. And at the end of the day, if it's not the steel that we already have on our team, it's probably a poison type. And that ends up being, Gengar
Sneasler.
or Sneasler, pretty
Right.
much. Like that's kind of it
Mm-hmm.
in terms of poison types. I'm trying to think of other poison type Pokemon in the format. There's not much. Tell you that much. I guess fire is also a type that resists Floette, but like it probably needed to be like a physical fire type to like actually get rid of it fast enough.
Right.
Um,
Right.
let's see, poison guys. Oh, I did not sort by format. There we go. Poison. Ariados.
Mm.
Glamoura's funny because it's like technically, haha, like yeah, you wanted to click Earthquake into my Glamoura, and I switched back to Earthworm, but I think Glamoura is not very good or worth using.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the other poison types aren't either. Um, yeah, I would say your best bet is probably Sneasler or Gengar. You probably put one of those two on the team just because you want to have more for Floette, and then the um, the Dragonite can maybe run Earthquake or maybe not. Yeah, Sneasler, Gengar, and then otherwise, I think like almost all megas can be solid recipients of a substitute. You can even run a boring like Charizard because Charizard's still another EQ partner, you know?
Right. Right. Would you say you wouldn't
Uh,
say Mega Gengar, just like a normal Gengar?
oh, it could be Mega. It could be Mega.
Mm-hmm.
Mega Gengar uses a substitute quite well. Like you could even run like the Disable
That's what I
Gengar
was thinking.
on
That
it.
sounds funny too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Don't go all in though. and run like Sludge Wave. I think that Gengar, I don't know if you trained it yourself or
No,
if
this
it
is just
was
like
the one
a
that just
basic.
came out. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's just how it came. Like I don't know if I'm not saying this is something you did. I actually had another coaching session earlier today where somebody was talking about they're like, I was using Glamora with Sludge Wave next to my telepathy guy, and like there's just all the spread move spam, and I'm like, you want to have consistent moves you can use when that doesn't line up. And
Right.
so yeah, Sludge Bomb, probably just Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, disable Protect Gengar would be really cool. Um, you'll need ways to control Charizard because Earthworm doesn't like Charizard. Dragonite does like Charizard, but you know, there's nuance to different positions you can find yourself in. So having more ways doesn't hurt.
Makes sense. Okay. And last thing before I let you go, because I know we're a little bit over an hour, is what about Serena? Like, I see a lot of people use this. I really like the Serena Pokemon. Do you think it has like a place, like just in general, or is it not
I
good?
think Serena's okay. I think that like priority denial is like a shiny trap that a lot of people like because like playing around Fake Out and Sucker Punch and stuff like that um, can be difficult and annoying. And so having the way to just completely shut it out is nice. And honestly, I think the strongest thing that Serena and Farigiraf do is just exist on the team sheet, you know, or like in team preview if you're just playing on ladder. Just exist there, and then you don't even have to like bring them or anything, and your opponent will they'll think twice before using those priority moves. That said, I think Serena's still okay. I think Serena's like fine in the meta. I feel like Helping Hand is good on it, but I would maybe run Low Kick just to have more ways to hit King Gambit because we were talking about how Basculegion and King Gambit are two of the strongest Pokemon in the format. And so just having another way to hit that guy would be nice. I mean, I know that most of them will run Choppleberry, but we're not going to one-shot it with Earthquake. We're not going to one-shot it with Heat Wave. So having another way to like follow it up seems really good. And yeah, depending on the rest of the team, like you might not even need Triple Axle because it just has so many good moves. It gets U-turn. It gets still Helping Hand. If you run it on a Scarf set, you can not Psycho Cut, Zen Headbutt. The Scarf set outspeeds Sneasler and can Zen Headbutt them. So,
that's kind of cool.
So yeah, I think though if you were like, I don't think that like Gengar D-Knight kind of just like slot into this team. You would probably want to like remove the bottom 3 or so, and try to think about like what those end up being weak to and how you want to flesh it out from there. If you want my day 1 guy that I was using with that core 3, but with some different sets, it was Bulldoze Incineroar. Bulldoze Incineroar, so a regular, like basically like a regular old Incineroar, whatever defensive spread you normally use on it, you would probably end up cutting one of its attacks like Flare Blitz or Throat Chop, and you instead sub in Bulldoze. The reason that I like Bulldoze can definitely be dangerous in a King Gambit metagame as well as my Lodic metagame. But also Incineroar doesn't like switching in on those guys anyway. So if you brought Incineroar to the battle, it's probably because those guys are addressed. But Bulldoze, I think, is actually the strongest move to click next to Earthworm, not Earthquake. And that's because of how well it sets up your board for following turns. Bulldoze does less damage, but it drops their speed. And so suddenly, you know, that Scarf Basculegion that you saw earlier in the battle, your Mega Gengar outspeeds it, you know? Suddenly your Dragonite is outspeeding the opposing Garchomp, and they're not going to be able to break your substitute. You're going to Dragon Claw and KO them. So there's a lot of, like, cool stuff you can do with Bulldoze to open up the board, open up the game. It's kind of like clicking Tailwind with your Incineroar, genuinely. Like,
right, that makes sense. I think
it's really cool.
What I've started to have trouble with is what you're saying. Like when I do have Incineroar on teams, I'm just too afraid to bring it into my Lodic and King Gambit, and then
right,
yeah.
Yeah, I think the ways to like you can still bring Incineroar against those guys carefully, of course. Probably not in the lead. You probably do it like when the timing is right, but also um, just like finding the right Pokemon to make those guys feel bad is the main goal. The thing about the format is that like we don't really have a lot of options that make Milotic and King Gambit feel so sad currently. It can be difficult to find those. I think we're still kind of hunting them down, but like there are still ways to make them sad. Like low kick D Knight is one that is really nice into King Gambit, or just running a Sneasler. I mean, just running a Sneasler in general, it's good into both of them because Milotic doesn't really bother Sneasler that much. And other guys, there's like Rotom Heat. I don't think Rotom Heat would necessarily fit this. But like I guess Rotom Wash. Rotom Wash would. It's like good for Earthquake spam. It can Wisp the King Gambit. It can Thunderbolt the guy. I'm just spitballing here because I don't exactly know if the like this might still leave some holes. Like at the end of the day, we can't have everything we want on a team. We'll have to figure out what's most important.
Makes sense. I mean, this is cool. I think I'll try some ideas and I'll try to make this work. I mean, the Dragonite Earthworm alone sounds just so funny to me that I already know I'm just gonna mess around with this for the rest of the night and see where we can get from there.
Tail's so good. It's so good. Earthworm's my fave. I really love that guy.
Awesome.
All right, cool. Well, if you ever want to do this again, just hit me up. But otherwise, have fun with the rest of your stream, and thanks for having me.
Cool. No, thank you for coming on. I will make sure everyone can. I have your Twitch or your Twitter pinned, so everyone can go and follow you, and they can all book some sessions with you as well. Because I mean, it was a little bit over an hour, but it was very insightful. Even though everything just went right, we hit every freeze, we hit every burn, we hit every crit. But that's just the coaching.
Yeah, if you ever want to, get every freeze, burn, and crit, you know who to call.
Yeah, cool. All right, man. Thank you so much. So I'll talk to you soon. Yeah.
Bye.
Coaching advice: just win. It's actually true though. Just win, right? Guys, doesn't this sound so funny though? Multi-scale Dragonite. You can't break the multi-scale because he's in a substitute doll. Oh my god, that sounds so funny. Why didn't I call it Scrotum? Thing is, where I learned it's called Scrotum was from his Twitter. That's why I was like, whatever. Where do you think I first saw that? Here, hold on. I think it was like a week or two ago. Here it is. The longtime VGC veteran. It's cool to see old sets like Scarf, Rotom, Wash make a return champions. We called it Scrotum for short. No, I'm not that cool. The worm and the dragon, true. The pro tip. Is Dr. Worm from They Call Me Dr. Worm? No, he got promoted. He was just a normal worm, and then he got promoted to Dr. Worm. And then he had a game where he absolutely went off, and then he became Dr. Worm PhD. No, he's great. Put a Dragon Cheer Gyarados to make a D-Knight crit Draco Meteor. I think that's what he was talking about, where we're not supposed to go too schizo with trying to make all the funny stuffs work. We want to go Earthquake Protect, and then we'll go Dragon Fang. Put the song on right now. All right, I got you. Where's my Protect? That was good though. We got to do more of those. It was kind of funny how we loaded in and then everything just went right, but then we also lost the game, so there's still good learning. Is this our theme song? Nah, this is some deep ball knowledge. What is this? I've never heard this before. Protect. Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, right? Should we just go? I mean, I don't know what build people play. I mean, let's just have this on. I guess we can check in-game, right? We'll just do this for now. And then we'll see from there, I guess. 5 minutes till the next pocket set? Mr. Underhill seems like a very nice guy. No, he's awesome. He's great. Got to meet and hang out with him and some other VGC players. I think it wasn't last NAIC, but the NAIC before. 2024, I think it was. The one I didn't play, but I was there. And no, he's a great guy. Alright, we got Dr. Worm. My problem is whenever I look at the team, I just want to have a Basque Legion on every team. Maybe it's not Gengar though. Like, what if this guy's our poison guy, and then we have Basque Legion, and then we have a different Mega? You're saying Zard could be good, right? Or Chizard? I think that might give us more options. We also need something to hit the other Chizards. Had VGC Goats on the channel. I'm very blessed that, you know, we're in a position where we can reach out and people actually respond. Though I think, like, most of the VGC people would respond anyway. Head Smash, Scarf, Hydreigon. Mega Floet? We could just be Floet over Gengar and then Sneasler, Basque Legion. That could be it. I'm down to try the Gengar, though. The idea of Gengar... One thing I noticed, remember when we were playing this team? The Sableye with Disable into when we were in a sub seemed really good. Where, coach? You just missed him. He gone. Lock in the fish, the cat, the samurai, and then put the other three whatever. Wait, which one's the cat? Incineroar? I don't like Incineroar. Why no Garchomp? Yeah, I was thinking we could... We had Garchomp on this team before. Garchomp could be our last guy. Oh, this is the cat? Okay, true. The meme with the 3 dragon heads and the one with the googly eyes? Yeah, I know that one. You just put Garchomp? I mean, Garchomp deals with the Chizard. That's Orthworm. That's funny. Could have Sinistra? Maybe, yeah. Why does Gengar have the fairy resist bear? It's just the way the items work when you're swapping stuff around. I had something else in that slot. You know, Dragonite also happens to have the Delphoxite, so... You know, we'll fix it up. Do I have Gengarite? I don't. Gengarite. Can we name the Gengar Fred? He's gotta earn his name. Where'd my... He's gotta earn his name. He doesn't have one yet. I'm so bad at maneuvering these menus. The menu, yeah, the menus are the issue. Should we be scarfed? I mean, we don't have a scarf guy, but oh, we can't go citrus berry here, right? We have to go leftovers. I don't know if our sets are good. I mean, this one's just from the guy. This is just max. This is also from the guy, but I think this probably makes more sense when we have Veil. Right? I don't know if we want this for this set, but I mean, we could just keep it, I guess. This, I think I might have just done some schizo button pressing. And then this is just max speed. But do we want to be max speed scarf? And do we want to be stone edge? I feel like not having... Okay. Here's one. How do we kill the fish? We shadow ball it? I don't know. I feel like I don't know how to play the game without having King Gambit on the team. Whatever. Let's stop thinking too hard and let's just go play. Yeah, we could wisp it, right? We could punch it, we could wisp it. But having a Mega Float, 2 dragons on the team is a bit unhinged against fairies. True, but we have Sneasler and we have Gengar for poison. We have 2 poison guys. We might end up cutting the Gengar and going Float, but the Gengar idea just sounds too cool. Maybe we should have played the team we got coaching on, though. But this just sounds too funny. It's not my fault. I'm just a worm guy. Oh, we didn't play into any rain teams. Okay. Can we lead the worm? If we lead worm and fake out, is that okay? Or can we lead worm with disable Gengar? How do we kill enemy Sneaslers? That's probably a problem, right? We don't have an enemy Sneasler guy. Garchomp. Okay. We do have a guy. And maybe Gangardina in the back. Are we gonna kill the fish? I don't know. We'll solve that problem when we get there. How is he gonna kill my Dragonite? That's a better question. Yeah, maybe we should play the team that we got coaching on so we can actually use what we learned to do something instead of playing a team that we just half-ass made. I'm just genius, aren't I? He's gonna hit me with the bridge. It's not allowed. Okay. I mean, I think we're happy with this lead, no? He can double up on my spot to stop the shed tail. But also, like, can he actually? My guy's like Omega defense and he has to tank an EQ. I'm a regional champion? Oh yeah! We are a regional champion. That did a lot. Hello? Is that allowed? Is that like mystic water or something? My guy's just no bulk is what it actually is, right? I am a regional champion. Big healing on Earthworm this turn. It wasn't, we didn't do it that turn. But we get to do it now, right? So we EQ'd from the right side spot. Let me introduce you to EQ from the left side spot now. Oh my god, this is about to be juicy. Oh, we've won the game. Say hello to Dr. Worm PhD. Okay, that's not fair. He brought a flying guy. What did he try to sucker? Can you sucker a doll? Oh, he tried to sucker my chomp that left. Are we actually going to full off that? This is kind of funny. This is very funny. You know what would be funny? If we had a guy with Mold Breaker Earthquake, and then we would kill our own worm. Wait, that's not funny. I mean, I could just EQ again, no? Heal our worm. Or we just protect our worm and declaw the Pelipper. Nah, I think I want to put pressure on the Meganium. I mean, he could just be clicking Gleam. Okay, the EQ didn't do any damage. I don't know why I thought it would do reasonably more damage. Okay, it's okay. Earthworm goes down here. He didn't Gleam, so our sub is still Omega intact. And he gets a Tailwind up. And now we can go into Gengar. He does outspeed us. How do we actually hit the fairy types? I mean, we have E-speeds. We have options. Can E-speed the Pelipper? What did he just click? He clicked Weather Ball, Tailwind. He does outspeed, but I don't think he has anything. That's gonna enjoy coming in here, right? And he can't swap because of yeah. Well, yeah, he had to have already swapped. Oh, this is kind of nasty when my guy gets to come in and trap you, and you're trapped beside a guy that has a doll. Hey, this feels kind of gnarly. This kind of feels cat's eye gnarly. And we did outspeed the guy in Tailwind, but we got crit. Okay, what's the tail? 2 turns of Tailwind. Basque Legion's already won. Can Claw protect? He looks like he didn't protect, or we just learned that we outspeed him. Surely that breaks our doll, right? Yeah. But he breaks our doll, and we still have multi-speed, or multi-scale. And now we got rid of his guy that would have threatened us. Oh my god. That felt disgusting. So, I feel like something's unlocked inside me. Oh yeah, we definitely need a good guy for fairies, so Gengar seemed good. Multi-scale factored into sub damage? Yes. But it's something that didn't occur to me before, which is what seems so OP with this. That's the coach diff right there. Bro, a fat sub that's multi-scaled into multi-scaled again, it's like OMGG. Okay, so he has a Chizard. Chizard kind of scary for us if we worm. Shark good against Chizard, but what Shark bad versus? Shark bad versus other Shark. And us not having... Okay, here's a problem. Not having Milotic on the team makes the enemy, or Kingambit, makes the enemy Incineroar stronger. And... which makes it harder for us to use our Chomp. Earthworm just seems hard to pilot here, no? Into the Chizard period? Maybe it's a no Earthworm game. We need a gravity user. I think we might be doing too much again. Yeah, I know Intimidate doesn't go through sub, but it feels too hard to set up the sub. Like, what if he's just Chizard? Should we just try it anyway? Bring no Mega Pokemon? Wait, no, I did the... Oh, it's fine. We didn't bring the worm. Clefairy has gravity? Yeah, Clefairy's not allowed, but we could be Clefable. Fred is OP? Guys, I don't know if we're calling Gengar Fred, okay? We're scarfed, but our D-Claw doesn't kill him, right? Our D-Claw might not kill his D-Claw, and then we might die in return because he might be bulky and our speed doesn't benefit us. He could also just be clicking EQ. I'm clicking Dire Claw, Dragon Claw. I ran out of time, so I went for the sillier play. Yeah, I mean, this is okay. He probably just clicked Tailwind, right? No, he protected. Okay, if we had punched the Gengar... Maybe that was actually the play. CC punch the Gengar spot. I'm kind of locked into D-Claw there now, right? We bring in this guy. And if we can... What's his switch in to getting stuck here? I don't know. I'm guessing he's like fake out plus something. It'd be funny. Gengar named Fred? I don't see it. Okay, so he gets the Tailwind. Right now his option is to swap. Doesn't have anything that takes the close combat too great. He's probably Broadsword. His Whimsy does have Protect, but it just click Tailwind. My Sneasler is faster, so if I double on this spot, I think it should have been with Shadow Ball. Let me just click the super effective moves. Okay, he didn't swap. Double in case I kill. Well, I was worried he would swap. That's what I was trying to cover for. Yeah, I didn't want to protect in front of the Whimsicott either. Okay, perfect. Poison? Guys, we might need a shiny Gengar, by the way. Mostly because I have a shiny Gengar behind me, and we did get the poison. Palace got this for me for my birthday a couple years ago. It's a wireless charger. I don't use it as a wireless charger, but it looks really nice. What ball do I want? Oh, you want to get me a shiny Gengar in a ball? What ball would be best ball? A Cherish? Well, it's going to be white, right? Maybe Luxury Ball's okay. What about a Premier Ball? I think we just want to get guaranteed damage on the board now, right? Like, I guess we can stall out Tailwind. But we might have to worry about the Corviknight, right? Gengar be named Princess? I don't mind that name. Repeat Ball? Okay, so... yeah. So we're gonna wanna handle that. I mean, I can disable his EQ. It's too free for him to click EQ, right? Try to get some damage in now. And if he's... I mean, if he's Scarfed, then he's already outspeeding, I think. Dream Ball could be cool. True. Gengar Sableye Encore Disable. Yeah, I know about the Encore Disable. Oh, he is Scarfed. Okay, well, we were never moving before him then. That's fine. Okay, this Corviknight might be a problem. We might not be able to kill this thing. At the very least, his guy is locked into a move that doesn't even hit my D-Knight. But we do have a move that can crit. That's important, right? To fish for crits. This T-Claw might just kill him as well. Let's go gambling. Do I still have protect on my scarf chomp? We gotta fix that. What we missed. What are we on freaking stone edges? I think I'm like I think I'm going on 2 for 8 right now. Yeah, I think I'm 2 for 8. Yes, we've hit 2 for 8. Well, we have 1 shot to hit a stone edge here before our guys just died. We hit it. We didn't crit it though. Oh, we did crit it. That's just how much it does. Okay, Corviknight seems to be a problem right now. We had to preserve the Gengar for this. We had to just swap our Gengar out. Right? Like a Shadow Ball would actually hit this thing. We just had to pivot out, wait the Tailwind out, and then bring in Gengar. And kill the Chomp that was scarfed. Okay. I don't think crits are gonna get us there, but I mean, we can try. Yeah, Corviknight is a problem. I don't even think 2 crits kills that thing. Fine. Change Scrotum, wash the Scrotum, heat for Corv. Scrotum wash is still fine with T-Bolt, right? And burns. The heat doesn't change much, does it? Aren't they hitting for the same? They're just both hitting for 2x. Steel doesn't resist lightning, does it? Looks like the same idea. Okay, I think this is a game where we can bring Orthworm. Burn matters little. No, I think Burn works against body press damage. Burn just halves the physical damage output they do. It doesn't affect their attack stat. Burn is good against. But fire is super effective. But isn't electric also super effective, guys? Or into Corviknight? I'm confused. Isn't Rotom like the electric move and the fire move are the same tier of super effectiveness into the Corv? Okay, hold on. So we're bringing the worm. Sneasler seems okay-ish to help deal with King Gambit. It's just a little scary into Aerodactyl. He has to be careful clicking EQs as well beside my worm. Okay, let's bring this. Spadef Corv can take a hit. Yes, but I'm just saying in comparison to the two, right? How many fire moves in general? True. But we also don't have any water moves, right? Low-key, this body press does numbers here. But if he's protect on the... If he's just double protect, then I gain nothing. But like, low-key, I feel like I think if we have opportunities where we get a free hail, we just take it. He could swap, he could protect. He didn't do either. He would have actually died to a body press there. The way the HP bar worked out was so schizo there. What the hell? All right, we have our special move here. In the doll. Click Earthquake. Switch back into the worm. Kind of need to pressure this Aerodactyl though. I mean, his Aerodactyl's not doing anything to me either. He's gonna Earthquake. If he Earthquakes, it'd be so G. I don't see why he would though. I think it's just might be dual wing beat and or just rock slide. It's probably just rock slide. Definitely just rock slide. Okay. There's wing beat. Sad. We were actually just two. We got our sub. His D-Knight's faster. I didn't do much. The sand is annoying in this matchup, huh? Does Gengar come in safely here and do stuff? We outspeed with Gengar. We outspeed the Aerodactyl. Then Shadow Ball range. Okay, the Aerodactyl leaves. Freaking Gambit, okay. I mean, that still did a lot. Okay. Well, we got one shot by knockoff. That can't be fair. I feel like my Dragonite shouldn't be getting outsped by a T-Tar. But maybe we're just meant to protect there and start clicking claws. It's a bit awkward because I feel like he can double protect here safely, or no? These leaves for Aerodactyl or Rotom. He probably no, he didn't. I don't think he doubled. Okay. protected there. Okay, so we have a punch in the Gambit spot. But the Gambit probably wants to leave. I mean, the Gambit doesn't really threaten us, right? And it's an Aerodactyl coming in there. Can double into this spot. Pick up the kill, and then there's a Rotom we have to deal with. Or I can double into the but the Rotom could protect. And then he gets the swap here. I think we have to hit into the right side spot. You could also just stay in and just die. Just try to go for a sucker, yeah. Alright, Scarf Rotom. Well, we're super speeded now. I think it's dead to this anyway. Yeah. We are -1 defenses, but at least we're gonna be the fastest thing in the game now. I did a lot. So if Declaw does 60, I need to know offhand how much 120, like 140. So it's about half. So it might be an E-speed range then, right? Problem is we might need a crit, a close combat on that thing. He's stuck in web. Is that in range? To just close combat. I mean, not knowing how much my close combat does to Aerodactyl kind of sucks. I feel like it doesn't one-shot it. But knowing that we have the E-speed kill on the Rotom is like not bad, I guess. Do we live E-web here after we're -2'd? We do, okay. I mean, we are full bulk, so now we're -1 basically. Or no, we're +1 basically after Unburden. Okay, so he's stuck in Scarf. So E-speed picks up that KO, and we should just outspeed this guy. Because we're +1. Rotom might outspeed with E-web, but we're gonna kill it with E-speed, so no, it won't. I think we win. I think my calculations say that we just win. He lived on 1, that's not fair, bro. I did the math. The math said that he was dead to that. That's just not fair. I mean, my E-speed is a bit under half my Declaw damage, and Declaw did 65 and he was at 31. Right? We're 80 base power Declaw times 1.5 times 1.2 from Dragon Fang is 144 divided by 80 on E-speed. Is that right? 80 divided by 144. It's a little bit over 50% damage, 55. 65 times 555 which would mean 36. And then there's like the variance in rolls, right? So I'm not, I mean, I think we went for the right play. I mean, I guess we should check how much is CC actually doing into an Aerodactyl? Because if we knew that, if we knew that, then that would be really good. Aerodactyl. My guy isn't max attack. Is also another thing to note. We're just blank attack adamant, so into Aerodactyl. Close combat does. Oh, we were probably enough. I think we had enough chip on it for that to be enough. Problem is, if close combat didn't get that kill though, we would have been in trouble, right? But it's good to know that we generally only need like 15 on the Aerodactyl for CC to pick it up. Would we have been in trouble is the real question. Maybe, maybe not. I think we did okay. I think my math on the Rotom thing was correct. Guys, he lived on 1%. Like, surely, like, we just take that. But I think we meant to not. Maybe it wouldn't have mattered if I was better at knowing the close combat. We also kind of fried our Gengar, right? We needed to protect on the Gengar turn. Okay. This is the type of team that I'm very afraid to bring Worm into. Right, Sneasler, Zard, Incin. The Worm is back. What's up, Kestastic? Thank you. We still didn't fix our Chomp moveset. The other problem is carrying Earthquake on D-Knight when we aren't the Worm. We don't really have enough. If we don't bring Rotom, I guess we have to bring Rotom. Because we don't have a partner to click EQ with from the D-Knight's perspective. I think I just go opposite spots. They both hit really hard. Maybe we catch something. Oh, this Stone Edge needs to not miss. I mean, it's probably sashed actually, right? This is a situation where Rock Slide would just be better. Do you live a Chople Sneasler? I'm no attack, you definitely do. Oh, Rock Slide would be so nice here. And if we even hit the Stone Edge? Okay, we do. We're -1. 4 for 10 on Stone Edges now. We're just faster on both sides, right? But it's a -1 Stone Edge and we can miss. Scarf Protect is tech in very specific circumstances. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think we're gonna run into that. Okay, what does he have? What does he have, and can I just double into the Zard spot here? Okay, we're losing a lot of stat here. Not having something to deter the Insans is getting annoying. Fake out Heat Wave, fake out Solar Beam, fake out. A lot, right? I think Stone Edge is a high chance to crit. Let's go gambling. Assuming he doesn't fake me out, obviously, but he's the fake out's going on my Chomp, right? Yeah. Okay, what's Heat Wave? I mean, we live a Heat Wave nicely, as long as we don't get burned. This is an instant leave here. He just protect parting, isn't he? Okay. I mean, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I mean, we don't have a safe way to click EQ. It's annoying. My Chomp is 1. Don't have a great switch in. We do have Gengar in the back, so if he does get a KO this turn, we can trap stuff in. The Zard does leave. He doesn't want to take the chances. I was thinking what his switch in would be, and I didn't check fast enough to Stone Edge Declaw. And then obviously it's just Whimsicott. Okay, I think he wants to set up Tailwind, right? Him clicking the dark type moves, that seems way too scary to bring in. With Tailwind, his instant still won't outspeed my Chomp. So, I mean, I do get a Stone Edge off there. And if I could miss, or, I mean, we won't kill unless we crit. Also, what are we, 5 for 11 on Stone Edges? Six for 12, or 5 for 12. Okay, I actually don't mind him taking the KO here. Because Now we bring in Gengar and trap him. And I can disable his Darkest Lair. I don't even have to, I don't even have to go for the kill there. I can just trap him without a dark move. Or he can leave, right? I think we trap him without a dark move. Because I'm not confident my Sneasler will outspeed him in Tailwind. If I Mega Gengar, he can't switch out. Well, he can switch out right now. Right? He has one opportunity to switch out when base Gengar is in. But he didn't. But if he had, he would be out. Because the switch happens before I Mega Evolute, right? Gengar, I think, outspeeds. Okay. Gengar should outspeed his Instant in Tailwind. For sure, right? Okay, nice. So his Instant's kind of trapped now. This is what we can do to Instants if they ever try to kill us with a dark move on something else. It's kind of cool. The sun goes back up. How many turns of Tailwind are left? 2 turns. So he gets to swing on 1 turn of Tailwind. But... Can double protect first. See what his Zard clicks. And take it from there. Zard goes for Heat Wave. Last turn of Tailwind. I think we want to preserve the Gengar to 1v1 his Zard out of Tailwind. He has, I mean, we are probably in Heat Wave range, but it's a last turn of Tailwind. I think we're just shooting the instant spot. He might be afraid to Heat Wave out of potentially getting disabled. No, he wasn't. I mean, that's okay, I think. That Flare Blitz does a lot. It's just in the sun, though. Oh, and he burned us. The burn is annoying. If I had disable Heat Wave, I mean, that would work, but... yeah, I don't know. Oh, we... might live a hit from Zard. Zard protected. So we doubled the instant spot. Instant should die to Sludge Bomb Declaw. Oh, he lived 1 HP with a berry and he got the burn on us. It's so sad. They always live on 1%. Oh my god, the last 2 times, man. And him getting the Flare Blitz burn too. Oh, it's so sad, actually. Oh. Okay, I think maybe I'm not bringing the right guys. Maybe I need to bring Rotom more. Okay. How's Orthworm here? Could lead Ceruledge. We'll have a way to fake out the Ceruledge. He definitely wants to bring Ceruledge, right? Like, he has a lot of nice options. He also has a fairy type, so a lot here. He's gonna want to bring Aerodactyl to protect his fairy from my Sneasler. Gengar looks solid here though, right? Looks like a great Gengar game. I do bring this guy. I think we live a bitter to Shedtail, so as long as I fake out the other spot, as long as it's not an Aerodactyl, I guess, because we wouldn't be able to get our citrus off the bitter. So if he leads Aerodactyl Ceruledge, then it might be an issue. Okay. This is very doable. I think it's just fake out the Aerodactyl and Shedtail. We want to fake out the Aerodactyl because obviously he threatens KO on us with dual wing beat. We live a dual wing beat, but we don't want to just take it. This is a game where I want my Gengar in the sub, because he already showed Serena and he's gonna have a fairy, like his guardian in the back, right? Maybe I don't want D-Knight in the sub for that. Okay, well maybe it's not Guardy because he showed... Oh wait, I'm so stupid. I can't fake out in front of Serena. I'm so dumb, actually. Well, we don't live this because it's Mega Aerodactyl. I made this entire plan and I forgot the most simplest thing. Idiot. Idiot 1000. Well, at least we made a tail. It was just protect tail, because this Aerodactyl doesn't do enough damage there. Especially when it megas. I do think it might be Gengar in the sub. How are we killing this Aerodactyl is the question. How is he killing my D-Knight? If it's D-Knight and then... Put the Gengar in the sub. And then is it D-Knight on the side? I mean, if I did it this way, it has to be D-Knight on the side. Maybe D-Knight in the sub and then I have the option to go back into the worm. Could have been play, but once we did this, it was just this. So Serena has to... Like, Serena doesn't really do anything by staying in at this point. I mean, he could have stayed in and... Yeah, I was thinking about shadowballing that spot. He could have stayed in and axled my D-Knight, but he had to risk getting one-shotted. I mean, that's good damage. Shadow Ball there is just so free. Protect Wisp me, right? You can't swap the Rotom spot. I think I'm just swinging. Declaw should do a lot. Maybe doubling the Rotom in there is just good because the Sterile Edge protecting is so obvious. And let's say the Sterile Edge doesn't protect. At worst, he breaks my sub. And then his Rotom is dead. I mean, he'd have to be a Schizo to protect on Rotom and to go for the play that way, right? Yeah, I think we were meant to not Shadow Ball the Sterile Edge there. I guess what I was thinking is maybe he would swap, but then he would also... What is he gonna swap into? Is Ender your name? Yeah. Okay, so Mega Aerodactyl outspeeds my Gengar. And we've been burned. We can't click E-Speed into the Serena. We needed to not put ourselves in a spot where we get burned. The sub could have always gone down anyway because of Sneak. I think we have to go for the Aerodactyl spot, right? Oh, the Serena's probably Scarf. Okay. I have no basis of how much damage that does. Okay. 3 hits. Well, the Serena being Scarf makes things very problematic, right? It's over. Him having 2 Mons that outspeed Mega Gengar is so crazy, though. I mean, we just punted turn 1 by fake outing in front of a Serena. So... And then we had a chance to come back. Like, we gotta triangulate where it went wrong. Turn 1, it went wrong. And then our other chance to come back was not letting our D-Knight get burned. How did I try to click fake out in this arena, man? What's wrong with me? Okay. Hard trick room. Super hardcore trick room. What's our answer to this? I mean, we can lead Gengar and just swing at the giraffe. 4-foot pressure on the Toys if he leads that. Are we worming it? I don't know if we're worming it. I think I'm just going 2 of my best punchers turn 1. 2 of my finest punchers. Maybe worm in the back to help stall Trick Room though. Rotom seems okay. D-Knight seems okay. Maybe it's not worm though. Maybe it's this. We have 2 water resists as well. So he does bring his anti-trick room lead. I can click a Sludge Bomb, but he's just gonna fake out. He could fake out Psychic. Or he could fake out Trick Room, right? His Instant can also just... Instant can also just go after my Gengar. So I feel like he has way too many options. What I could have done was stay with the Gengar and protect. And depending on what his Instant did, I could respond from there. But the Trick Room would just be up, so... we just kind of have to play around the Trick Room, I think. Does have Psychic on our Giraffe. From his Giraffe. And switch into D-Knight there. Surely he wants to get Blastoise in, right? If I can get a Volt Switch on the Blastoise hit there, Blastoise switch in. Any damage on the Blastoise is going to be really nice to stop it from spouting us. Okay, not Blastoise, it's the hat. So he did click Psychic move into my Sneasler spot. This pivot seems not bad, because now I get to bring Gengar in. Three turns of Trick Room. Could double protect. Could also just use this option to hit a D-Claw. He has Fairy type move probably from hat. So I think it's double protect. Into what though? Don't think we can double protect, right? I think we switched the Rotom in here. But he didn't swap. They did Gleam. That did so much damage. Oh, he crit. Now the Psychic Terrain is up. So now he has the AoE expanding forces. Gleam expanding force, and it kind of just covers both my switch-ins, right? So if I have to sack one of the guys in the back, hit D-Knight or Sneasler. Might be D-Knight, especially because it could just be double expanding. Two turns of Trick Room. And protect here. So expanding one. That just killed me. Okay. Well, I mean, if his hat's just gonna back-to-back crit me, it's just gonna back-to-back crit me, no? I mean, that's probably dead, but demon, I guess. I can bring in Sneeze, Protect, last turn a Tailwind, and then it's Sneeze versus Sneeze Gengar versus the rest of his team. I mean, I don't hate our odds. Are we winning? We're learning. This game we've just been crit back-to-back turns, which has made the game a bit troublesome. I don't know how much it actually would have mattered. Might not have actually mattered, ultimately. Okay, so Trick Room is done. When I just not get crit? That's a... I didn't think about that. Holy. That's a good idea, actually. Two turns of Psychic Terrain. The hat dies to that. The hat dies to either or. Does my Gengar have a one-shot on this Giraffe? No. Is it better to close combat than Sludge Bomb there? And close combat also doesn't one-shot. So I guess... I mean, I guess maybe we have to double into the draft because we can just click Trick Room again. Okay, he didn't. Never mind, we're just dead. I didn't really respect what the hat does, I'm not gonna lie. I think we're just meant to bring different guys. But also, maybe the team might be a little cooked. The Sneasler Gengar both share psychic weakness, right? And we share fairy weakness here. And our common resisting guy is a worm who doesn't actually do anything back. The answer might just be King Gambit. But I don't know how we fit all of that into the team. The Worm D Knight thing is so cool, though. I won't lie. Okay. We'll have to pick up another time. I am gonna call it here. A little bit of a shorter stream. I've been getting in trouble from the people at home, aka the women, saying that I'm streaming too long every single day and that it's not, I need to be taking more breaks. So I'm gonna listen to the women and take a break. But we'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna be playing Unite tomorrow. You're in trouble with Toon? I said I'm in trouble with the women, so you take that. Take a break and see you in an hour. Honestly, if I'm not sleepy, I might just stream again in an hour, but I'm gonna take a break and eat food and have a meal properly. So, no promises though. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching. Shout out to Alex again for the coaching. You guys should go check him out.